everyone. We are D&D Breakfast Club. We're a group of friends from Minnesota that get together every Sunday morning at 7:30 Central Standard Time in the AM to play some Dungeons & Dragons. We're here to chronicle our journey and hope you'll all enjoy your stay. The stream is live play and will be non-interactive. If you have any questions about the campaign or any questions at all, we can get to them during the break or afterwards. I'm going to go over a couple things from last game that I definitely did wrong. So, I have researched mounted combat a lot more, and I'm doing it way wrong. Just out of this world wrong. Your mount, whatever you're on, has 3 actions. Dash, disengage, dodge. You can command them. It doesn't cost actions. You just tell them to do one of those things, they do it. So that means if you hopped on your mount in the same turn, you could command it to dash in that turn. And its turn is equal to your turn. Once you get on a mount, its initiative becomes your initiative. I also want to do some inspirations after the fact, because again, I always forget. So, these are my nominations, and, well, they're not nominations. These are my awards, and then after that, you can nominate anyone. I'm going to award 1 inspiration to Merit for putting 1 square of difficult terrain on the battlefield that changed the entire
probably save our
outcome
lives.
of what could have happened. It was a really good use of a cantrip that I don't think we've ever done, and it might have saved Delaran's life.
Mm-hmm.
For all the stupid things you guys did last game, that wasn't one of them. I'm awarding Artigan 1 inspiration for using your oil lamp to spray fire at everyone by chucking it into the fire and igniting an already enraged fire into the enemy's faces. I like that.
Thanks.
And my last inspiration is to Delaran. I'm going to award you 1 inspiration for playing true to your nature, a true by the numbers, willing to sacrifice your own life for more. Not saying everything you guys did was smart, but you made it out alive.
Yay. So now we have 2. We have to spend
Did you already have
today.
1 inspiration?
I did.
So you have to spend 1 before the... I'm going to say before the end of the session.
Okay.
Otherwise it's going to disappear.
Okay.
Why don't you recap us on our last game, Alex?
Well, we went out to the housing, found that it was taken over by guys who were following the huntsman. Ended up going back to our camp, found out that they were following us, so we turned around and fought them instead. Ended up having guys run away on horseback. Managed to follow and get one of them to come back with us. One of them got away. Ended up killing pretty much everyone else that didn't run away. Went in the basement, found some ghasts? Ghouls. Down in the basement.
Some bad shit.
Ended up killing the one that was outside of the door and opening the door, releasing many more out, and we ended up fighting them, ended up setting the house on fire. Pretty much summed it up.
That does pretty much sum it up. You released a room full of ghouls. A horde of ghouls, you might even say.
That was a bummer. Whoops. Sorry, guys.
You guys step outside of the cabin, which is a blaze and a burn. It is going up in smoke.
Good. Fuck that place.
What do?
I got marshmallows.
Yeah, right. I trudge over to my new horse, Clyde the Second.
I know that my plan last week was to get all the other horses out of the stable on that, what is it, the southern side. Did I do that already, or do I need to do that now?
You can go do that now.
I go do that
okay.
now.
All right.
Alright, so you run to the other side of the cabin. It's a good full turn to get there. And when you get there, the fire is licking outside the logs from this side, and the horses are only about 7 feet away from the wall, and they're in a frenzy. They seem completely startled. You see the fire licking the reins of one of the horses. I don't remember which ones are which. We'll say it's Gary. And it breaks the reins. The fire actually eats through the reins, and you see him snap as the horse pulls back and takes off. Or begins to take off.
Sleep him.
Again?
Were they in a pen, or were they just tied
Seriously.
to them?
No, not a pen. It's like a railing that you can tie all the horses up, and there's a trowel that's in front of them.
Just for weekly recap purposes, how many horses are over there? And were there other horses that were not tied up over there?
There should be 4 horses total. They're all tied there.
They're all tied there. And Gary's
Gary's
vominos.
Gary's
getting
leaving
ready to
again.
get the hell out.
If I were closer, I could abjure enemy.
I don't have really any Gary-related
Skills.
skills. So I'm going to go toward the other 3 and start working on... Maybe I'm going to pull out my dagger and I'm going to cut the reins.
Oh,
Okay.
that's all our horses.
So he gets there
Gotta get
first.
him away
Does
from
anyone
fire.
else head that way?
I mean, I thought I was going to go hang out with Clyde too, but if there's fire over there, yeah, I'll move quicker.
Okay, so he starts
the
taking
same.
off. Everyone?
And we'll be headed there as well.
By the time you guys get there, you're not far after. Gary has now made it to the edge of the forest. It's 50 feet away. And he's cutting the reins on the other horses, which are startled and in a frenzy.
I'm going to attempt to calm Clyde too.
Go ahead and roll handle animal. Animal
It's
handle.
not really my thing, but I'll try. I'm like, whoa, buddy, whoa. For a 16.
You get up to Clyde, you grab the reins. He pulls away from you at first. You pull him back with some force. You calm him enough to keep him from bolting.
I'll kind of lead him away from the fire. Come on.
Do you guys want to try the same?
Yeah, I'm going to try to take a horse.
I'll, Gary's so
You're
far
gonna
away.
take Jake.
I'll sleep the horse again.
Is Jake dead?
Gary.
Roll 5d8.
Do you sleep, Gary? Yeah,
First
fucking
one is
Gary.
a 7. 4, so it's 11, 13, 21, 23.
23. That's enough for the horse with the lowest HP.
If he aims it towards Gary, though. it'll
Yeah, he's
knock
50
Gary
feet
out.
away.
Oh, does it have the reach?
Sleep is 90 feet.
Yeah.
So you cast sleep on the fleeing horse. Is this the same one
Yeah.
you've done this to before?
Gary knows
I
what
think
this
so,
is.
yeah.
Gary's experienced this before.
Narco horse.
Spin up the context, man. He's afraid to go to sleep.
You see the spell take hold of Gary. It flares in and out in a bright flash, as if a camera's taking a shutter with a green flash instead. And Gary immediately turns sideways and bites into the ground.
Poor
I
horse.
keep telling him.
Well
It
done.
Looks like a hard landing.
Hmm.
Too far away to tell exactly the repercussions of putting a horse to sleep in full trot.
He was fine last time.
Hank and Samuel are chasing after you guys. What's going on? What's going on? Samuel's a little...
Trying to keep the horses from running. We burnt the place down.
Why did you... This is what I said we should do in the first place. We should burn the place down and leave. You're just now listening to me?
Well, we made sure everything was dead first.
Oh my god. What can I do to help?
Make sure the horses don't run off.
Yeah, catch this horse if I fuck it up. And I try to ask Palor for guidance and then try to get my horse, Jake, off of the rail.
Okay.
So that he doesn't beat me to death.
Roll an animal handling.
14 plus 13.
Yes, common sense, not your strong suit. Alright.
You have a bond with Jacob, and you unwrap the reins. The fire hasn't spread so far this way yet that it's in your face, but it is getting hot in this area. You undo the reins and lead him away from danger.
Good buddy Jake. State Farm.
At this point, I think you guys have rounded up all the horses. They're all alive and well, even Gary, who's now sleeping in the dirt 50 feet away.
Seriously, man. Brutal.
Have you killed your horse?
No.
Gary's his horse.
You killed his horse?
He's sleeping.
Oh.
Is my new horse even a boy horse?
Okay.
Have you checked?
Nope.
You just named it.
Do you want to check?
Yeah, I'm going to ask you, you're a ranger. Is this a dude horse or a chick horse?
I'm going to roll perception.
You don't have to roll perception. It's a boy horse. It has a very large...
Like, I'm going to determine
stallion.
Good job, yeah. Cool.
Too early for this.
The downside of playing at 7 in the morning.
Yeah, right.
Everything is funny.
And we're all like,
It's a boy.
this guy's
Because
shit.
boys have penises. And that's funny.
It was pretty funny.
Yeah, that's right, D&D.
Sorry, Method Man.
So you guys round up all the horses, circle them over by the wagon. Hank's still at the wagon. He walked there after everything. We're gonna go today.
Yeah, I think we should probably put some distance between us and this burning mess before someone comes to check it out.
Should we burn the barn down too?
What's in the barn?
If you want to, yeah.
I haven't gone in there.
All right, let's go. Chink chink. Let's go check out the barn.
I love checking out barns. But first, just from looking at it, do the trees of the forest come like right up touching the barn, or is it?
No, I still clear cut a bit away from it.
I'm gonna.
Then it's an option.
Wait here, Clyde. I lash Clyde to the back of the wagon, farther away from burning things. I hope.
But at the same time, I don't know if there's any benefit to burning it down. It's just a piece of shelter that could be useful to someone.
Maybe there's. Who knows what's in there? Let's go scope it out. And if it seems like a good idea at the time, then we'll burn it down. If it doesn't, we'll leave it standing. So other people coming by here can use it for shelter.
Ooh.
Nope. I started moving
Let's
towards
go.
the barn, yeah.
You guys go scope out the barn. It takes you a good 5 minutes to look around, look through everything. There's
The
nothing
sword in the
there.
hay.
There's small piles of hay, but most of it's been taken for
Horses.
anyone that's come through with horses. It's mostly empty. There's some broken crates, cut open sacks with rotten food that's spilling out of some of them, and
Sweet. Yeah.
that's it. Nothing in the barn. Everything is clear in the
We
area.
don't have to light it. We might as well just leave it in case someone is coming through for the night, expects there to be a cabin, and there's not, and they need a place to stay.
Yeah. Yeah, unless you can think of a reason, I don't believe we need to. All right, let's go regroup.
Yep.
We're about 2 days from Deepmarsh. Hopefully the rest of our travel is easy. After we get there, we're gonna go over to Riverstorm.
Okay. How far is it from Deepmarsh to Riverstorm?
About 11 days.
11 more days of great companionship.
I believe you said when I first met you, off to adventure.
Off to adventure. You know, you
Have
sound
you had
you
your fill of
sound downright
adventure?
chipper this afternoon, compared to normal.
I wouldn't say that.
I appreciate your enthusiasm toward the rest of this journey.
Who's gonna sit in the wagon with me? There's 4 horses.
Anyone?
There's 6 people.
I can drive the wagon. Can you? I'll sit in the wagon.
No, I cannot.
I'll give Sam my horse. I'll tell Sam take good care of him.
I will.
All right, I'll swing up into the buck.
You can see he still has a sword at his side.
Oh, well, he's made his
Ever
choice.
since you guys went down into the cellar.
When I gave him the talk, like, don't use the sword, he's like, I love my sword. I'm like, whatever, dude. You made your choice. That's fine. I leave him to it then. Every man has the right to choose. I hop up on the buckboard.
Okay. You guys all pile into the wagon, onto the horses.
Is Gary awake? I'd like to ride my horse.
You go wake him up.
See broken legs.
Yeah, right.
No, he does have a scrape on one of his knees. It's nothing too serious, but he
Sorry
seems
about that.
fine.
No, you saved my horse. It's quite alright.
Well, I didn't really save him. I just made it certain that we had him still.
Oh, that's great. Animal handling for idiots. Sleep!
And you guys head off
And giddy up.
into the distance, into the daylight.
Don't roll a d20 for animal handling. I roll 5d8.
That's right.
Well, you handle them into the dirt. The rest of the day, after this crazy adventure, seems to taper into some normalcy. It's a breath of fresh air compared to this last day. You finally get past the billowing cloud of smoke that you leave in your wake until you can no longer see it. At about 6 p.m., you guys are headed down the trail, and it thins into a column of trees that have been cut away so one little bigger than a wagon can get through. And in this area, from far in the distance, you can see something coming towards you guys on the same path. It's pretty far off, it's hard to see.
It's a great choke point for an ambush.
I don't see any reason to ambush him.
No, other way around. I'm saying it's a great choke point for someone else to ambush us. Can we have gone a short rest by now? So I still have,
Yes.
I'm down
You
hit
can
points.
all have had a short rest by now. That means you would be able to gain any hit points from your hit dice and any other short rest benefits.
Yay.
I'm good to go.
Get an extra d6.
Okay.
Oh,
So you
really?
are going to play, because that's your feature.
Song of Rest.
Oh, that was
As a
one
bard,
die then.
he plays a song for everyone to gain extra d6.
Okay.
Yep.
Is it every roll or just one extra d6 total?
One extra d6 on a short rest.
Okay.
So I've used one. I'm good. Okay. Cool.
You should sing this song for us in real life.
Yeah, Bard, do it.
Is it too early for that?
I think it is too early.
All right, we'll save that for later. Why would this guy want to ambush us?
Never mind.
There's a possibility that maybe they're coming from Marsh Deep.
I don't
Deepmarsh?
even know if this
Deepmarsh?
person coming towards us has anything to do with it. All I'm saying is that if you were going to ambush somebody, this would be the natural place to do it. Where the road is a little bit more narrow, there's less options for someone traveling. You could more easily get to their wagon from the cover of the woods. This is where I would stage an ambush if I were going to ambush somebody. So just
Well,
be awake and be alert is all I'm saying.
do we stop here before we get to the narrow spot and wait for him to pass?
You're already within the Narrows. You've been in it for a couple hours.
Are we going to be able to pass him?
Oh, so this is a couple hours?
Or will one of us be able to pull
It's
off?
just a narrow road. Anywhere within here could be ambushable.
That's true. Whatever. It's fine.
You've been traveling for 6 hours today.
Okay. Alright, well, are we going to be able to pass him?
It doesn't seem like a good place to easily pass.
And there's no way we can pull off in between a couple of trees or something?
It's pretty thick, and the sides of the road are heavy with dead foliage, trees. It would be difficult.
Sounds like we're gonna have to make him turn around.
Well, we can widen the road and move some of the dead foliage. I've got a shovel to move the snow, and we're strong enough to move any kind of dead tree that we have to move.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have to widen the road so that we can pass each other.
Well, do we stop and get started on that? So when he meets us, we're already working.
Well, let's keep going until we come together, because then you can help us do it.
Fair enough.
Many hands make light work and all that.
We might find a good spot to pull off on the way there, too.
Yeah, if there's a better spot between here and the dude, then we'll take the better spot. It's like less foliage or whatever.
Yeah, where you're at now, the sides of the road actually go up a little onto the outskirts of the forest. It looks like the path's been carved into the ground almost. And this would not be the best spot to try and pass. You guys continue moving upward. And eventually you can see that it is another wagon headed your way. It's a full wagon with a canvas top. And it's a little larger than your wagon. It's still really far off to make out all the details. There is a man in the driver's seat. And you can tell he has black hair from this distance. You can go ahead and roll your survival.
Probably a ranger.
Flat 10.
Or everyone.
I mean, you don't
15.
have to roll if you're not helping him.
I'm just kind of
Oh,
curious.
yeah, I'm like...
Yeah, 5 from looking at trees.
15.
Oh, I heard.
Ooh, is that oak?
The more people that roll, the worse it could be.
Yeah, right.
You'd be distracting Garabon. Hey, look at that. Ooh, look at the clouds. Oh, hey, guys.
That one looks
Can
like
I eat this?
a rabbit. Yeah, right.
You find a decent spot to pull away. It isn't going to be easy to clear out the path to get the wagon around, but it's the best spot you found so far, where the sides of the path have now more leveled. There's still an incline slightly from the cut in the dirt, but this is a place you could get through. It's better than any others you've seen, and you can see up ahead it actually, again, gets worse terrain to pass by.
I pat Jacob on the neck, and then I hop down, and then I begin casting the mold earth cantrip to flatten and level the area.
That's
5
awesome.
cubic feet at a time.
Sweet. Well, that makes that easy.
Easier, probably still takes a long time. But
Mold Earth. That's a cool spell.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I've
got
never
a couple.
seen that
It's got
spell
3
ever
different.
used.
Yeah, that's why I picked it. I'm trying to pick all the spells that have never been picked before.
Right.
You're gonna be super sad when I pass on Fireball, though.
Yeah, that's true.
If the target area is loose earth, thank you. God.
Gotcha.
You can instantaneously excavate it, move it along the ground, and deposit it up to 5 feet away. You can cause it to become normal terrain if it's already difficult terrain. So yeah, it's going to take a while. You're going to have to keep casting it and keep casting it because it's not all loose.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all difficult terrain on the sides.
I just figure it's a lot better than me wielding a shovel.
It's a lot better than anyone wielding a shovel.
Yeah, that's cool.
The wagon gets closer. You can make out the details of the man that's driving the wagon. You can actually see at this point that it's not just one wagon. There's another wagon behind, horses in tow. But all you can see really is the details of the first wagon. There's 2 horses pulling it. The man that's sitting in the driver's seat has black hair, has a black goatee, a long face, and as he gets closer, he's like, waves at everyone.
Light's blessing on you.
He doesn't say anything back. It continues getting closer and closer until it's about 30 feet away, and they stop.
They stop. Okay.
I walk up and greet them.
I'm gonna go with
Okay.
him. I'm like,
Go up to
oh,
him.
you poor dumb schmuck.
As you get closer, the man that you're seeing, he has a wheatish colored skin. He's dressed elegantly. He has perfect teeth as he smiles. He's got thin lips. And when he starts speaking, every word is accentuated. His nose is sharp. And the crow's nests at the end of his eyes are deep and wrinkled.
Does he have pointed ears?
He does not have pointed ears. What are you doing here?
Making our way to Deepmarsh.
You come from that way? Any
Yes,
word?
yes, I just come from Deepmarsh. This is going to be difficult to get around.
We're already
We're working on it.
working on it.
Yes. Do you need me to help you?
It was always
All help's appreciated.
So you two are up there right now, right?
working together makes friends together.
Make sure my sword's loose in the scabbard.
Let me go get my shovel, and I'll be right back.
Perfect. Nice to meet you, sir.
So I look over at you. What are you doing?
I'm in back, just
Okay.
closely watching him.
As he turns away and goes to get whatever he's gonna get, I look at you and I like nod my head. And I'm like,
What does that mean?
I'm just gonna make sure that my sword is loose in the scabbard so I can pull it out with
Isn't it
quickness if I
always
have
loose in
to.
the scabbard?
It is. I make sure, but like I'm a double checker.
You just like keep beeping your car horn lock.
Yep. Yeah, I'm like, is it good? Is it good? It's good.
He jumps down from the wagon and lands lightly on his feet. Walks to the back. You hear some rustling. You hear a lot of metal clanging on metal. It sounds like he's throwing shit around in the wagon. And eventually he comes back with a little tiny shovel that has one of those wider, they call trussels, to dig deep holes into the earth, but little holes. He comes back. He's like, "What are your names?"
I'm Dillon and Cooper.
Good to
Just
meet
over
you.
there.
And he gives you a bow.
What's your name?
My name is Ziggy.
Ooh. Ziggy.
What business are you in, Ziggy?
Ziggy.
Ziggy.
What business are you in, Ziggy?
I'm a curator of curiosities. How about you?
I'm a priest. I'm
Today
afraid that I don't. Oh,
Today we're all bodyguards. And we're seeing this man to Deepmarsh.
I've just come from Deepmarsh.
How are things there?
So.
in about 6
They're very
hours
downtrodden.
is your
folk.
first place that you could possibly rest. Once you get past us, there's a barn there. It may still be near some, well, a smoldering bonfire, but the barn should be enough to keep you dry.
Thank you.
You know about the huntsman? I'll ask him as we shovel. I have a shovel
So
too,
he starts
we'll shovel
throwing his
together.
shovel into the snow. This is not something he's used to. You can tell as
Yeah.
he's throwing little tiny scoops around.
I'm like,
The huntsman? No, I don't know any huntsman. Sorry.
if you do find any of them, steer clear. We had a run-in. Wasn't pleasant for them.
Okay.
Hmm.
I will make sure.
What sort of fine goods do you have with you? Perhaps something that my friends could use.
Oh, I am a curator of curiosities. I have many interesting things that you might want to trade, or they're very expensive.
Well, I mean, that's more someone else's purview than my own.
Once we
Ah,
get these wagons all settled, I can show you my wares.
certainly.
Sure.
Oh, you're Your robes are gonna get all dirty. They're already starting. You should go back up onto your wagon. We'll take care
Oh,
of this.
no. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. He continues throwing snow around.
These little shovels.
You're molding the earth, and as you do it, you guys watch his hands as he does this. It almost looks like a force just pushes things to the side as he shapes and sculpts the earth around. You see rocks fling out of the way, and the soil comes loose. The snow flies off in a powder, and more quickly than anyone could shovel, he starts shaping this terrain. You guys are helping on the outsides, and he starts terraforming the incline down to a flat plane. And eventually, Ziggy stops and just starts watching. He doesn't even shovel anymore. He's got it set on the ground, leaning against it. That is a very useful skill.
I don't stop to answer right now. My modesty forbids it. Taking a compliment.
My friend's a very useful individual.
I have never seen this, and I've seen many things. He watches for the next few minutes. And eventually you guys make a plane where you believe you can get the horses around pretty easily.
Cool.
Okay, should be good. You think we can move our wagon in here?
Oh, yes.
That way we only have one going off the trail rather than trying to fit two.
Mm-hmm.
Come, see my wares, come.
Okay.
Alright.
Let's go.
Does everyone come, or is it just you?
Come on, Sam.
Samuel is still on his horse by the wagon. He looks pensive.
Yeah, let's just leave Sam to do his thing. We'll go with it.
Okay. Want me to get
I'll
you some
go.
water?
I'll go look.
You're gonna go up?
I'll go up.
You're gonna go up as well. Ziggy turns around, and as he starts walking, he looks back. And he stops and he turns around and he looks at you. You! I know you.
I don't think we've ever met.
Ziggy never forgets a face, and you have a very memorable face. You can go ahead and roll your intelligence.
That's great.
Yeah, I'm
You guys
like,
are old friends.
my character's thinking like, do we kill him now? Because now I'm gonna kill him.
You're not saying anything.
No, that's
You're
what I'm
not saying
thinking.
anything.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Do you remember him at all?
Inspiration.
I don't know if
Okay.
you want to or not, but you could.
That's a great idea.
Okay.
Inspiration. Come on, Matt. Garavon. 15.
Now that he says something, it seems to spark some memory of him from your past, but it was from very long ago, and it was something you don't think about often. And as he starts talking, the memory starts forming. And he says, "It was 7 or 8 years ago. You helped me out of a little bit of trouble." And as he says that, you kind of form the picture in your mind that you had met a salesman, a traveling salesman at one point, and chased off some bandits.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right. That was a long time ago.
Yes, there were some less than mentionable men that wanted what Ziggy had, but did not want to pay. You spanked them like a little baby, sent them back into mommy.
Yeah, I vaguely remember that.
I never got to repay you for this.
It's alright.
No more.
Hey, you guys are friends. I knew it.
You must come. I must pay the debt that I owe you. Is your friend with you? That the other one with you, Garavon?
Well, I'm Garavon.
No, you must be mistaken. Or maybe I.
What a weird thing to say.
Ziggy never forgets a face, but... anyways, come. Let me show you everything.
Things just got weird. I'm like, hey, it's no man.
Let's go.
So he walks to the back. He's like, so, what have you been doing for the past 7 or 8 years?
That's an insight of 11.
I just been wandering, but
What?
things got pretty heavy, and so I made my way up, and I eventually found my way to these guys, and just it's been weird.
Oh, okay. He smiled. Well, come. Can you play that?
What
Points towards your little guitar. What do you carry?
Loot.
Lute?
I can never remember.
It's a lute.
Lute.
Yeah, it's a lute.
I'm gonna change it from a lyre to a lute right now.
Lyre is the harp.
Oh, lyre's
Lute is the guitar.
Yeah. It's good to be proficient with the lyre, though.
Yeah, I'm proficient with it. I just can never remember which one I have.
Okay.
The berries.
Thanks, Dad. So you walk with him to the back of his wagon, and he jumps in, and when he jumps in, you guys get a peek in. The back is up. He gets in and then folds the back down as just tons of items spill out onto the, what would you even call it? The tail of the wagon as it folds down. There's tons of different armors, arms, weapons, and he starts digging through. Oh, Ravita! He shouts. A couple seconds pass, and eventually you see someone from the other wagon. The other wagon that was being pulled by 2 horses had no driver on it. A lady steps out of the wagon. When this lady steps out, she's much the same as this man, a darker, wheatish color to her skin, very black as night hair, and it flows down all the way down to her butt. She's got thin black eyebrows and hazel eyes, and she's wearing not much clothing for the wintertime. In fact, there's one fur that goes around her collar and down, and then a thin layer besides that. And that's pretty much it. She's wearing not winter boots. She steps out of the wagon. What is it, darling? Who are these men? Why are we stopped? Let's just go. He's like, Ravita, come, I want you to meet a friend. My friend, Garavon. You don't remember her from a long time ago. It's very nice to meet you, she says. She puts her hand out. You give her a little shake. She smiles.
You're like, I don't know what to do with that.
Anyways, he starts throwing stuff to the side of the wagon. He finally pulls out a satchel. It's about yay big. It's like this. Boom. Holds it up to you. This is a very special bag. May it help you in your travels, and this will be to repay my debt I owe you. And he hands it over to you. It is a bag that holds many things. Many things. Watch. And he reaches in and he pulls out his cane. And the bag's this tall, and he pulls out the cane that keeps coming and coming, and it's about this tall as he pulls it out finally.
Bag of holding.
You can put many things in there as long as they fit in there. Don't you go in yourself though. You won't survive for long.
You know magic.
I have magic. Roll your perceptions.
Ooh.
Nope.
Not doing
That's an
well
8.
today.
15.
11.
11?
What?
Yeah, I'm like,
3. This.
Hey, don't put it over here, man. I don't want that shit.
What'd you get Delaron?
It's the worst dice ever.
Yeah, I'm not paying attention.
As a group, you're all very focused on what's in front of you and a magical bag, and you don't see anything until the very end. You guys hear the padded footsteps in the snow of a large creature that pads up right behind you. And you hear a low...
It's behind me, isn't it?
It's like, oh, don't pay him no mind. And when you turn around and look,
look.
it's a bright red, flame-colored wolf.
Oh my goodness.
It's large. It's larger than a normal wolf. It stands about 4 feet on all fours.
It's like a dire wolf or something.
It's not quite as big as a dire wolf. It is very large and very exotic. The fur looks like it's been dyed red.
Oh, I say to Sicky, is this your friend?
Oh, he's a good pup. Don't pay him no. Hey, sit down! He yells. The
Doesn't
creature
sit.
doesn't sit. It just walks around you
I'm like,
towards him, towards Ravita.
Hi, thing.
Wow. Where did you find him?
Oh, he is from my hometown.
Oh, what's his name?
His name is Monty.
Monty. Monty. Wow. Can I pet him?
At your own risk.
Excuse me, Mr. Monty. Sir. May I pet you?
This is
Go
bad
ahead
idea.
and roll your animal handling.
Yeah, right. Bites your hand off.
14.
It's passing by you. Are you still on horse?
No, I jumped down.
Yeah, they go. We're all on foot.
It continues to pass by you, and you reach your hand out slowly. Turns and looks at you. And it moves into your hand slightly, where you're just touching the outside of its fur. And then as it walks by, it pushes into your hand.
Yes, good boy. Monty.
So, I'll pull out my magic potions that I got, and I'll be like, I don't know, are you interested in these?
Oh, yeah. You know, we should camp here tonight. We should. It's getting dark. We could tell some stories. We could sing some songs.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying for 6 hours.
It was...
We still have a long way to go, though.
How far is it from here to
really have
Deepmarsh?
to-
It's only a day and a half.
What
Come,
time
share our
is it
food.
right now?
Cherry
Is it
food.
evening?
And Ravita's over there. She says, "Darling, let's go. Ravita, we must be kind to these folk, especially Gurvo."
You could probably still make it to the barn if you continued on.
You're only 6 hours from the barn.
I mean, we don't really need shelter.
But we
For safety
could
in
all
numbers.
keep an eye on each other, too.
As
For
you
safety
guys
in numbers.
see Ravita, she's walking around, inspecting the wagon, listening in the conversation. As she gets closer, you can see that she has some piercings, nose, lip, eyebrows. And go ahead and give me a perception check again.
Oh, I need a d20.
Oh, I threw away.
Mine was thrown across
I got an
the...
11.
I think
It's
it
right
was
behind the
There you
Red
go.
Bull. It's right behind
There
the
you
Red
go.
Bull.
Use
Oh,
that
you
green
got a
one.
new one?
Yeah, you got a new one. Don't touch that old shit.
4.
It's just you. It doesn't matter.
Totals?
11.
Nope. It's just your area.
I had like 12 or something, I think.
9.
4.
If you roll a 9, you have a 14.
14.
As a group, you actually do succeed. You see that she has some very, very intricate tattoo work on the bare flesh that's still showing. Some on her arm, some on her leg.
It's just like mine.
Very intricate, and it's not like yours because it's more sleeved. Like it covers most of the surface of the skin that you can see. And she's just listening, and every once in a while says something, mostly to Ziggy.
Ma'am, excuse me.
He turned around. Yes.
As you may notice, I've covered my skin with small tattoo lines as well. Golden color. I say for narrative purposes, not because you can't see them. And I notice you have something similar. Is that, does it have any particular meaning for you?
Everything I do has meaning.
I should hope
Did
so.
you do that yourself?
Parts of it. It was rather difficult for the face, but I did do the hands, which is why this one's not so good.
Very impressive.
Thank you. Did you do yours yourself?
I do it all.
Oh, you're an artist.
I am. Thank you for noticing.
Your work looks lovely.
Thank you. What is your name?
Merritt Everlight.
Thank you, Merritt.
Absolutely. It is a pleasure to meet you.
Well, if we are going to camp, I'll get the food ready.
Would you like any help? I'm not particularly good at food prep, but I can be an extra pair of hands. Oops. Keep the camera.
That's fine.
Earthquake.
Maybe you get the campfire ready. I'll get the food.
Ooh, okay.
And then we can share some stories. Come, Monty. And you see Monty trot alongside her, and completely different its response to her than to Ziggy.
It's her dog. Ziggy, he's like, fuck you, Ziggy, don't do what you say.
Ziggy is still in the wagon digging through some stuff.
Yeah, so I want to see who's interested in my potions.
Ooh, let me see. He takes the potions from you. Takes a quick taste. Well, let me show you what I have, and we can see if you want to trade. Do you carry anything else?
I mean, I've got just mundane items. Scale mail.
He starts rummaging through different things in his wagon. And he pulls out a couple cool looking items you have not seen before.
Because you're not using the scale mail, right?
I'm using the scale mail. I'm not using the chainmail.
Oh, I have chainmail then.
So he's digging through, you can even see he's digging through a couple sets of plate armor
Oh,
that you
so
just
beautiful.
wish you had.
I'm like drooly face. Like stop.
And he pulls out some different things. He's like, holds up a ring. This is a very special ring. It's not just a ring that you wear for fashion. This ring can protect you. And he puts it in his pocket.
Is there like a sigil or a logo or symbol of some kind on it? Or is it just a plain ring?
It looks like a plain gold ring. Continues rummaging through until he gets a bit of cloth that looks like it's buried under stuff and flicks it, and all the stuff rolls off of it and holds it up, and it's a cloak. It's like, this is at the Cape of a Mountebank. It's a very special item as well. And he puts it to the side.
Who is Mr. Mountebank?
Doesn't pay any mind to you. Continues rummaging through stuff. Pulls out a pair of boots. Holds them up. They look old and tattered and leather, and they don't actually look like a good pair of boots. These are the boots of striding and springing. They get you places much faster than you can normally go. Goes on the side. Finally rummages through and finds another bit of cloth that he pulls and pulls and pulls until it finally comes loose of whatever's on top of it. You hear the clatter of metal hitting the ground and the walls, and holds up another cloak. This is the cloak of the elven kind. Very good for Garabon.
Give you the old elbow.
Throws it to the side. But your potions are not good for trade for these.
Okay.
But I give you the friend discount. 10%. Give or take.
What was the first cape you showed? Cape of Montemore?
The Cape of Montebank.
Montebank.
If you want to know what they do, he will tell you.
Yeah, that's a good idea. And the cash difference between what we have in trade and what we'll owe. Because we're pretty cash poor, I tell him.
The Cape of a Mountebank, if you're wearing it, once during the day you may move from where you're at to another place in a blink. Very handy to get out of tricky situations.
Wait, so you run faster?
You disappear and reappear in a new location.
Teleportation.
Wait, that's amazing.
Yes.
Are we not going to talk about that? You can do that?
That does all manner of amazing
Why aren't
things.
you wearing it?
You do some amazing things.
Why aren't you?
I'm wearing other things.
What?
He smiles.
I'm
Yeah.
super confused. We need to pool all of our money and buy that thing, right?
Let's hear about the other things. Let's hear about the other things.
This, he holds up the other cloak and presents it. When you put its hood up while you're wearing it, people trying to find you have difficulty finding you, and you disappear much easier from their sight. Not magically, but you're much more sneaky. Very, very sneaky.
That one doesn't seem as good to me.
This,
Why would you want to sneak?
This ring will protect you from anyone attacking you.
So
That's what I want.
Should get
The
that for somebody.
the teleportation thing you do once a day. The elven cloak, it's active all the time. So
The ring is always happening.
Yes.
Yeah, we should get it for some poor
Yes.
commoner who's going to get raided by bandits and keep them safe instead.
Nope. We wear it, kill the bandits, move on. Wash, rinse, repeat.
He raises his eyebrows. Anyways.
Hmm?
Oh yes, the boots. And like I stated before, these boots make you go faster. Maybe.
All the time? Running? Like you don't sink into the snow?
Well, unless you're already fast. If you're already fast, they don't do much. Out of game,
I'm pretty fast.
30 feet.
Oh, as a bonus action?
No, just if your speed's less, it becomes 30 feet.
Oh, so this doesn't help any of us.
And you can jump 3 times the normal distance.
That's awesome.
That's pretty cool.
I would be able to jump 48 feet.
So you
Sliding
can
you could do.
jump much further, but besides that, they look shoddy. He throws them to the back.
I don't think they would fit my feet either. And I pull up my hoof.
You are very different.
we do.
From you all, yes.
We're the
But
price.
we're also pretty much the same.
How much would we have to pony up to
We're not
buy?
the same.
How much would we have to pony up if we wanted to buy X, Y, or Z?
Well, these potions would not bring you much. Do you guys have the player handout that I gave you of potions?
No.
I do.
Probably in your bag.
Combat sheet, actions,
That's the
rune,
conscience.
Potions of
Ranger.
Does it already give the price or no?
potion of which one?
It's rare. So if it's a rare
DMG
thing,
page 187.
yeah, it just says rare.
Okay.
And then heroism is also rare. So I have 2 rare potions. Whatever a rare potion is worth.
Well, rare for the superior healing potion is 2,500. I don't know if it's different.
It's a little different. Plus selling, you don't get as much.
Usually you get what, a quarter to a half, somewhere in there.
Just depends.
Half is good deal, quarter if it's not. Yeah.
If you come up with all the gold and the potion, let's say 1,000 gold for any one of these items.
Yeah, we don't have that much. Do you guys have the secret stash of gold I don't know about?
What I have is yours, gentlemen, but
How much do
I
we
do
have on
not.
us?
I have 48 gold.
Well, I have 244.
Getting much closer.
Well, a little closer.
Let me pull out my stack. I have about 40 in here myself so far.
How much are the potions worth? If you don't mind me asking.
Depends on if I can sell them or not. They're a specialty item.
Right. If I took them into a town where someone did deal with these things, how much do you think that I could fairly get for them?
Depends on the town. Depends on the potion. They might not go with the town you want. Maybe they don't need that type of potion.
Okay, so he's not going to tell me what market value for the potions are. I'll take the potions back. Kink. Thanks for your time.
We do technically have something magical, but I don't know if we necessarily should be giving them to random people.
Well, yeah.
Beans.
Oh, yeah, we have the beans. What's he think about the beans?
I'm gonna say this. No, we can't get them the beans.
Oh, okay.
Are you
too,
trying
they're
to?
too important.
Sounds like you're trying to,
He's trying to-
bolster the sale there. Let's give
the only
a
one
persuasion check from Garavon.
15.
Plus your charisma modifier.
14.
14.
I'm like, yeah, those beans are kind of amazing. They're,
They can do a lot of bad things too, so I don't know if it's
Beans.
yeah, we have some magic beans.
Listen, we
They're
sell
incredible.
these beans, they get into the wrong hands.
You don't want them, really. He'll hang on to them. They're super dangerous beans if you use them and you don't know what you're doing.
Are you trying to also bolster
I
this?
am, yeah.
Go ahead and roll, you guys.
18 plus 5 is 23.
Let me see the beans.
Right, just look though. Don't mess with them. They're dangerous beans. Go ahead, show the man your beans.
The whole bag or just the beans?
Substituting Oregon now.
the whole bag. Go ahead and show them the whole deal.
Yeah, show him your bag.
Okay, I'll hand them the bag.
Okay.
We lost him. We lost him.
Oh, shit.
Of course we did.
That's hard shit early in the morning.
Oh. You see him take the bag that has the 3 beans in it. He does something familiar to you, draws a rune around him, and says some words that no one really understands, and
You do know magic.
casts Identify. You would know that off the bat.
Mm-hmm. Like we were saying, dangerous, right?
Well, they're very, very unique. Very interesting. I could use this. I give you...
Don't eat them.
Yeah, that's not a good idea.
They're not chewy.
I know what they are.
Oh. That's good.
For the beans, no go. The potions, give it 2 of these items.
Whoa, those beans must be better than we thought.
Just take the beans back.
Yeah.
They are.
Give me those beans.
Beautiful. This is the friend's discount.
2 items, though.
Yeah, the only thing I'm worried about is how dangerous they are. Like you were saying, if they get in the wrong hands, it could be bad. But
They will be in Ziggy's hands. It'll be okay.
well, I mean, you sell stuff to us, so
I won't sell these.
Are you gonna use them?
At the right time, at the right place. These beans could be good, could be bad. I'm a gambling man and I would like to take my chances, but I might plant them in the sprout toadstools and I get nothing. For 2 items.
That's a pretty good deal.
I'm more worried about your own health. I mean,
Oh, you
If it
don't
ends
need to
up-
worry about me. And he smiles. Roll your insight. Only you. Because he's looking right at you.
10.
That's fine. As he says, oh, you don't need to worry about me. He makes a very slight eye movement towards Ravita as he does it. As he says that he doesn't need protection.
She's like some kind of heinous witch or something.
Hmm.
She's actually a hag. This pet hag.
What do you guys think?
What 2 items would we want?
Well, my vote is for the.
You guys think I will go get some coffee?
Alright.
Well, that sounds like
Well,
a
they're
great
Artigan's
idea.
beans.
Perhaps I can come with you, Mr. Sir.
So he should probably contingentize something.
Okay.
The 2 things that sound the best to me are the Cloak of Elvenkind for you, and then, I mean, the ring sounds decent. That cloak is decent as well.
I would take the ring.
The ring could be used by anybody.
Mm-hmm.
The
It could
cloak
even,
seems a little more
the ring could
situational.
even change hands depending upon what we're doing
Yeah.
or what's going on.
Literally.
Who would get the ring though?
One ring to
We only have 1 ring.
I mean, my opinion is because I end up in the front a lot that I would be better served by being harder to hit, but, you know,
That makes sense.
at least for now.
Kind of look down at my sword. Yeah, this hasn't really seen much use.
We'll get you there, don't worry. Just have to spend time on casting an armor. It's not as easy as it sounds.
Haven't really tried too much. I mean, I've upgraded the scale armor, but
At this point, you guys see Ravita has now done the entire campfire by herself as you guys are all talking and dealing.
stuff.
She's got all the wood set up and the fire is lit and sparked, and she's putting a spit up that you can see and putting some meats on it that you can't really tell what they are, but the smell is starting to waft over towards you guys, and it is a very sweet aroma.
I just kind of wander away
Let's
from.
go eat and talk and decide.
I think we've pretty much already figured out.
So,
Perfect.
put my potions out.
Like the,
I go over and sit down and eat.
Okay.
And I talk to Ravita.
We would
I
like
go
the,
eat with him.
We'd like the Cloak of Elvenkind and the Ring of Protection.
Very, very wise. He pulls out the cloak and the ring. There you are, gentlemen. I will be taking the beans.
Yep.
Grabs the beans. Puts them into... He pulls open a pocket that you didn't see on his cloak. Go ahead and roll a perception for you two that you're still there. You're not there anymore.
11. Not so
10.
great.
It's weird when he does it. You see a void of black inside the pocket and drops the beans, and then when he puts the pocket back, it disappears. The seam's gone.
What? Cloak of holding.
Let's go enjoy some meats from my homeland.
So ring of protection, is it +1 to saves and AC?
I know it's +1 to AC. And I will tell you.
I think the Cloak of Elvenkind is advantage on stealth.
That's good for you, man.
How much?
Hidden sniper dude.
So instead of
Saving
rolling
throws.
once, you
Saving
roll
throws and
twice
AC?
and take the better of the two. So you can put just like a...
Cool.
So, +2 to saving throws.
Nope,
me see that.
that's his ring of protection. So basically, like, if you roll a stealth, let's say it would have been a natural 20, or would have been an 18. If I had rolled the natural 20 later, basically I would take the higher
Roll
of two.
twice and take the better whenever you're hiding.
So
You can just put like a bullet or something, kind of like you did for that,
yeah.
next to the stealth.
Alright. Cool.
So he goes and
So
sits
just
by the
roll
fire
twice.
and starts
Yep,
talking with
advantage
Ravita,
is what it's called.
talking to Merritt and Garavon, who are now all around the fire.
I'll go sit over there. I'm gonna get Sam.
Yeah.
and be
Sam,
like,
Hank,
hey,
come on
get some
over.
food.
I'd like to point out I rolled twice, just randomly. I got a natural 20 and an 18.
Well, good thing you wasted them.
That's alright.
He takes a
doesn't
seat and pulls out a small wooden instrument from his pocket. Same pocket you guys watched the beans go into. It's like fully extends out. It's this long.
Yeah, it is.
And Ravita also
Same pocket
has
the beans are in.
a small string instrument as well. Artigan, would you want to lead the soul?
I can give it a shot.
Go ahead and roll a performance check. You can roll again because they're playing with you.
That's so bad.
That's a 9.
I indulge you in dance.
I just eat. I'm like, whatever I'm eating. I'm a soldier. I know it's good.
This isn't something you're quite used to, but playing with 2 other people, you guys start getting into the swing of it. And they lead you into a different melody and a different tune, and it starts picking up the pace. It's exotic in nature, something you haven't heard, and you're doing your best to follow along.
Try to keep up.
And they start playing a real methodic, swelling tune, and it picks up into a dancing tune, and Merritt's on the side dancing in the snow. And it all comes to a sudden stop. And you know the cue to stop. They smile, they're like, well done, thank you. Yay! Everyone looks happy and at ease. Hank never joined you guys, he stayed back at the wagon.
Hey, Barry's
But Samuel's there and he's smiling and
Hey, Hank.
he's
You
in
should-
the wagon.
You should let Betsy come out and meet Monty.
I mean, you go up to Hank?
Yeah.
She eats. He eats Betsy. I'm like, oh, bye, Hank.
You want to come out and stretch your legs?
I'll be in here, thank you.
Such a bad deal.
Oh, Mr. Hank. Is there anything I can get for you?
Nah, you see him lighting his pipe, sparking the flint. We'll just we'll camp out here tonight, and tomorrow we'll make it to Deepmarsh.
Okay. Alright, you let me know if you need anything. And I'll leave him alone.
So yeah, he moves on. I'm gonna have to fix this again. Quit kicking it, bastard. That's probably good. Probably.
Good enough for doing my work.
The rest of the night passes with easy talk and festive music and exotic music, and Ravita plays as long as you're willing to play. She actually sits next to you and starts dueling with
Okay.
you. He ends up just talking and hanging out and sits next to Garabon for a while. Garabon, it's been very nice to meet you again.
Yeah, sorry, I don't really recall last time we met. It's been a long time.
We didn't get to make true formal introductions. We just met mostly in passing.
Yeah, well, I'm glad see you're doing well.
Very much, very much. You guys need anything? Any advice out on the road?
Well, I don't know what you gotta tell me.
Maybe someday you guys come down and meet me back in my hometown of Abydos.
And where's that at?
It's on the continent of Gyalden.
Where's that at?
Mm-hmm.
Biggin? Ah. Over on the left.
If
The
you
left
are
coast.
traveling by there, come meet me and Ravita.
I would love to come and enjoy your and Ravita's hospitality. First, we have some people to kill, but then we'll be along shortly, probably.
This is not the first time you've mentioned the killing. Is this something you enjoy?
It's something that's necessary at times, and when it's necessary, that's what I do.
Where are you guys headed?
We're going back home. We've been on the road for 6 months. It's been a long journey. I wanted to show Ravita the world. And now we've seen most of it, and we're going back home.
What was your favorite part of the world?
Oh, I liked up north in Iranex. The dwarves there are very hospitable. Very good food. Very good ale. I highly recommend it.
Duly noted.
Yeah, thank you for your recommendation. I'm glad that you've been able to see the world and come through mostly unscathed. I hope that you have a long and prosperous life once you settle back down in your hometown.
Thank you, thank you. Maybe someday I'll start a family. And Ravita throws some snow at him. You see from the side.
I'm like, yeah.
Maybe. We haven't talked about it too much yet. Well, maybe I talked about it a little too much.
Wow. I bet you'd make great parents.
Thank you, Myra.
Of course.
You guys, for the rest of the night, you can have cheery conversation and good food, and unless you want to do anything specific.
Where are you from, Sam?
Sam,
We never really talked about that.
I'm from Oakwood. I
We did talk about it.
Had
He
to
doesn't want
tell-
talk about it.
these guys twice, and
These guys.
I don't want to keep talking about it. I'm sorry. I just
He's from Oakwood. We'll just leave it there. Now he's with us.
Yeah. You should help us come up with a team name, Sam. You can be part of us.
I don't know what you mean.
Like a group.
I honestly thought you guys were gonna die. I mean,
Everybody dies.
yeah, I thought you were gonna die just today.
Oh. Nah.
Me too, for a little bit.
I don't have any good suggestions for you.
That's fine.
Are you guys actually a team? I mean, you
I
don't
mean,
seem to mesh very well.
We're working on it.
We've been
We're working on it.
we've been traveling together for about a week.
Yeah. Well,
And you're our newest recruit.
keep working at it. I'm just going with you to Riverstorm.
Yeah, we're gonna leave him in Riverstorm.
Well, you could be an honorary member then. Maybe you could start the franchise in Riverstorm.
I was already part of the Huntsman, and I don't want to be a part of another group at this moment.
we're not.
Sam's going to be a Cooper or something, alright? He's going to live a long, prosperous
Oh.
life doing something.
Would you like me to perform the ceremony?
I mean, he will do the normal job of a normal man that doesn't swing a sword and get a normal amount of pay for it. Cooper as in the profession, not my name.
Oh, my mistake. I thought.
Nope. No. Honest mistake. We'll just leave it there.
You see Ziggy started laughing all hard.
Right. I'm like, nothing wrong with it, but that's not the way that my, proclivities lay.
You guys see Ravita pull out a very long, exotic-looking pipe, and she packs something you've never seen in it and starts slowly breathing it in.
Oh, she's
And as she does it, she passes it to the next person in line. It'll be Merritt. She extends the pipe to you and smiles.
Thank you. Is this from your homeland too?
Yes.
Yeah.
Takes
Bong
a
rip the shit
big breath, deep inhale of whatever this is, and it immediately hits the back of your throat. You're not used to smoking in general, and it makes your eyes water.
You gotta cough
Your
to get
throat
off.
dries up immediately. You start he starts coughing, smoke's coming out of his mouth.
I see that.
Just breathe the fire. It's okay.
I mean, I'll do like the little puff, like.
So it goes around to Ziggy. He takes a deep, long inhale of it as well. And they continue passing it around.
Sam?
Back to him.
Yes.
Samuel takes it and does the same thing.
Should we go get
Takes a
Hank,
little
see
puff.
if he wants one?
I don't think Hank wants anything right now except to be left alone.
Yeah, all right.
He's still mourning his dog.
Yeah, man buries dog today.
Go ahead and roll your Constitution, you. And Sam.
Alright.
Let's see. Do you take it?
I took a little low one. 11. I took like the little polite one. Like that.
Is this...
It's not enough.
Sweet. I'm high. Or
Does this
something.
count as poison?
Yeah. Technically.
Come on! 20.
20. You feel as if the world starts spinning on its axis and things are
The world is spinning, guys?
just
like-
morphing in front of you. It's
Pass out in my seat and shit.
a very potent hallucinogen. You start seeing colors and shapes that aren't there, and you start hearing colors and shapes that you shouldn't be hearing.
So I'm tripping.
Same thing. He just took a lot more than you.
Okay.
And they seem to be
So I'm like,
very out of it as well, and their eyes are kind of pulsating. You see the pupils dilate and contract, and then
poking the fire with my sword and shit. Like, what?
they pass it back around. You must try it. It is a very exotic leaf. If you've never come to my hometown, at least experience this once in your life.
This makes the whole world magical.
Come on, girl. Please.
You know, I just
Please.
don't want
He
to do
smiles.
this right now. No.
Oh, Carol.
No, thank you. I politely decline. Look at this guy.
I'm like poking the fire with my sword. Like, what?
They're having the time of their life.
Yeah. I've experienced things
It's
like
like
this.
being wrapped up in a blanket of pure happiness.
Just not.
You're like, what
Yeah,
blanket does he have?
Why doesn't Art again play another song for these guys? They'll really enjoy it if you play the music. Art, why don't you play some music right now?
Pass it to Art again. Maybe he wants to try.
No, I'm good. Thank you.
Oh, come on.
I'm good with the music. I'm not so
I'm
good
like,
with
the
smoking.
snow is so sparkly.
Mr.
Just
Cooper,
start
would you
playing.
like some more?
Just start playing.
I think I'm okay where I'm at, thanks.
Oh god, don't play. Stop playing.
I rolled a 2.
Wow.
I got a
The worst
plus
part.
4 performance.
They'll still
Six.
love it though. Actually, they'll still love this.
Yeah.
As you start playing,
I'm
they
like,
also
ugh.
start playing, and the music is so out of tune, and everything is just.
I'm like, I don't even know what's happening right now. What are we doing?
This
Are we-
makes music
Are we
sound
making
weird, though.
music? Is that happening? This is weird.
For about one full solid minute, they're playing without realizing how bad and out of tune and out of sync they are until they all stop.
You guys want to take turns?
Yeah, my
We
God,
were
that
taking turns.
was that as bad as I thought it was?
No, it was lovely. He sets down his wooden instrument into the snow. They pass out plates of exotic meats.
Yeah, that's what I want. I want the good food.
Yes.
Does it taste like colors too?
Yeah, it's like it's moving in the way. Like, I'm like, it's like
It is some of the best meat you've ever tasted in your life.
sweet.
And you. To you guys, it's pretty good meat.
I'm like, this stuff is great, and I'm shoveling it in my mouth.
Not only are you an artist, but you're an artist.
You're saying to Ravita?
Yeah.
She smiles.
Like, this is the best meat I have ever had in my life.
Yeah.
Does anyone want to...
Do you want to come with us?
No, we are going home. But
Or we could.
I can come with you in spirit. Does anyone want me to tell you your fortune
Sure.
through the artistry of markings?
Why not? We're already here.
What do you mean, a fortune?
I tell fortunes through my artistry on your body.
Oh, yeah, you mean you'll give me a tattoo? That's great.
She smiles.
I'm about to get
Yeah.
a drunken tattoo from someone who's on drugs.
From a traveling merchant.
So many bad stories like that. All right, let's do it.
Do it just above my tail.
I want it right here. No, I want it right here.
So she gets all her inks ready and her needles.
How much should I pay you for this?
This will be for free.
Oh, that's
It'll be a
amazing.
fortune.
Man, I really have to go see you guys in Abydos after I'm done killing Monroe.
You should get some runes on maybe on your forearm for your fortune.
Yeah, right. Whatever you think is good, Ravina. You're obviously the master at this.
Okay. On you, she brings out all her different inks and needles, and she has different sizes of needles. Some are a little thicker, some are very fine pointed, and all her inks are different colors.
Okay.
She,
I'm like, do you want suggestions, or are you gonna just do your thing?
it is a fortune.
Okay, I'm ready.
I will be guided by the gods.
Indeed, you will.
Guidance, sir.
Cast guidance on it.
I'm like, I don't know if I like the gods very much, but I'm just gonna go with it.
Oh, and I get a roll
You
of
lose
D4.
one
look at
D4
that.
levels.
Yeah, right. I'm like, oh, 0.
So on you, it's only about that big on your arm.
Okay.
She draws an uprooted tree that's half falling.
Okay.
Who else wanted a tattoo?
Uprooted tree tattoo.
Me.
Merritt. She looks over at Merritt.
I'm gonna put it on my left arm. Is that cool? Doesn't
Yeah.
matter which arm. Okay, left bicep.
On Merritt, she draws a castle tower. And the tower is being struck by a long, large bolt of lightning that's forking in different directions, but comes down straight onto the top of the castle tower.
That's kind of an awesome tattoo.
Terrible. Would you like a fortune?
Arian, you wanna? Are you gonna go?
I'm like, come on, guys. Don't be party
I'm
poopers.
curious. And he does do curious things, so I might be interested in.
I'm a curator of curiosities.
There's a lot of curious in there.
I mean, how inebriated are we on a scale from 1 to won't remember tomorrow or can't tie my shoes?
You're on hallucinogens. You might remember some of this.
But am I pretty fucked up?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Alright, so like Ravita, if you weren't married already, I swear.
She's not. We're not married.
Sweet.
Yes.
She has a very attractive smile.
Oh yeah, I'm like, you should totally come with us.
Someday you'll meet again in Abydos.
I sincerely hope that that's true.
I hope you're there when we get there.
Mm-hmm.
You travel around much.
Garavon?
Might not happen.
Well, Fart's gonna get one. I'm gonna get one too.
Fart.
If art
If Fart's
Well,
gonna get one.
Fart's gonna
Keep around my nose.
What a new nickname. This is
down,
good
calm
smokesies.
Yeah, we're high as fuck. You're like, Fart. I'm like,
calm down. Calm down, Delavan. Art. Come here, Garavon. Sit.
Okay.
oh god.
She sits you next to her. And on your upper arm, she draws a very intricate tattoo. It's only this big, like this tall, but like that wide. And it is a pair of hawks that are feeding on a type of fruit between them.
Right. What's her name again?
Ravita.
Ravita.
I can't be the only. Oh,
That
no,
looks
so-
great.
Art again. On your chest, right about here, she draws a black hair that's giving birth to 3 black serpents.
Yo.
A black pear giving birth. Black
Rabbit.
pear.
Like a rabbit.
Okay.
A rabbit.
And it's giving birth to 3 black serpents.
That is some fucked up shit.
How do you know it's giving birth and not shitting?
Maybe it's got parasites.
Can you describe mine just one more time? There's a pair of hawks feeding on a fruit.
Feeding on a fruit between them.
Okay.
What an interesting tattoo you have.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Why does it have tentacles? Oh, those are snakes.
I thought it was
so, yeah.
complicated genitalia.
It's very
Complicated.
intricate work, so she used the fine
You don't
pen
have
for
to
it.
read.
You can tell they're definitely serpents.
Yeah, I'm like,
I don't suppose you have explanations for him.
The explanation will come with time.
Okay.
What about mine?
The same.
Oh, and why do our tattoos look different if they have the same meaning?
They don't. You're all on very different paths and different destinies.
Uh-oh. I
You
thought
may
we were a
be
team.
here together at the moment, but that will not always be the case.
So, do you think I'm the castle or the lightning?
It will come in time.
don't worry
You are
about it.
very inquisitive.
Just go with it, man. Just go with it.
Sure.
I'm a little curious about the hair of the serpent.
Because
Yeah, I don't really want to be giving birth anytime soon. Especially to 3 snakes.
Go.
When the time comes, you will know.
It's like a puzzle.
She pulls out her little stringed instrument again and starts strumming it. Does anyone else want to do anything tonight? This takes a couple of hours. It's now about 10 p.m. It's getting late.
I'll read my little evening liturgy and then probably get ready for bed.
I'm gonna try to sleep with Ravita.
I'm definitely going to bed before that happens.
So you're gonna go sit next to her while she's playing and
Yeah, I'm like, so you and Siggy, are you guys like a thing? Or is he like your brother? What's your relationship?
Ziggy is my friend.
Maybe you want another friend for tonight?
Do you like friends?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe. Nice.
Maybe always means yes.
I'm taking the shot.
Alright, go ahead and roll your persuasion.
Okay. So I'm like, you're an amazing woman. Siggy's lucky to have a friend like you. 19.
She smiles. Thank you. She pats your hand that's setting on your leg. She just gives it a couple taps.
I can't tell if I've been friend zoned or if that's a go ahead.
She comes close to your ear
Mm-hmm.
and whispers something. Is your friend Artigan free?
Oh, fuck. I'll go find out. I get up, I pat her leg, I stand up, I walk over to Art. I'm like, hey, Art.
Yeah.
I think that Ravita wants to talk to you about something. I pat you on the back and try to push you in that direction.
What's up?
I go over to our wagon.
Ziggy's sitting on the other side of the fire. He's every once in a while playing his wooded instrument.
I'm like, good night, Ziggy. Thanks for everything.
We'll see you in the morning.
See you in the morning.
Oh, I'll sit down.
You're a very interesting man, Artigan.
Thank you. You're interesting as well.
When I was giving you your tattoo, we made a very, I don't know if you felt it, a very deep connection. Did you feel that?
The needle?
Sometimes the hearts speak to each other, even when we don't. She puts her hand on your hand. So a soft, gentle touch. She gives you the eyes. And while you sit there frozen, deer in headlights, she leans in to kiss you. Ziggy's looking right at you.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like,
Things got weird.
aren't you and Ziggy a thing?
You say as she leans in, and her lips touch your lips.
Oh, I pulled back.
Okay, you pull a little
Yeah.
back. Like, do you not want to?
My life's a little complicated. I recently lost the woman that I loved. She was killed, and I'm kind of on a vengeance path at the moment.
Understand. I'll be in my wagon tonight if you change your mind.
Okay, thank you.
I hope you find what you're looking for. She taps your hand and lets go. Come, Ziggy. He gets up right when she says that, and they walk over their wagon. The campfire is slowly dwindling out, and everyone goes to sleep.
Yeah, man. Bam, long rest.
Unless you want to do anything else.
Nope.
Yeah, I think I would probably do the thing that I do every night before I crash. Is I'll like make sure that my armor's taken care of and oiled.
Are you gonna do that when you're all high and?
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
I figure it's part of my like nightly routine.
You probably get really confused when I walk away alone.
Yeah, I'm like, whatever. Like, cool.
Okay.
And I go to sleep.
And everyone goes to bed. The night passes. Everyone give me a perception check.
Ah, shit.
Yeah, I'm too high. 16.
18.
10.
Art's out.
Oh
That's
no.
enough.
I'm thinking about it.
You guys hear some commotion, and you hear not a loud shout, but you hear something like, "Hey, stop it!" And everyone kind of peeks their head out, and you see Hank slapping the red wolf that was on top of Betty.
Oh, snap. The wolf will try to eat Betty or hump Betty? Oh.
Oh.
Way to go, Red Wolf.
And then as he slaps the red wolf, it runs off.
All right.
Runs
That's
off,
the distraction. Runs off towards the wagon.
Okay.
And then everyone goes back to bed after the
Yeah, I'm like, what? Whatever.
slight disturbance.
Damn.
Dogs.
Yeah.
Dogs will be dogs.
Everyone wakes up.
What's today's date?
22nd.
The 22nd. Alright, so wake up. Time for the sunrise. Go steer out to the east.
The sun shows today. And then after about 30 minutes of everyone getting ready, packing up gear, Ziggy and Ravita finally awake. They come out and greet everyone.
I probably, after my little morning devotion session, went out and gathered some firewood to assemble for breakfast cooking fire. Well, I'm kind of went around to do that.
Well, Delaron,
Mhm.
Caramon, Artagan, Merritt, it was good to meet you all. We must be headed down to Abydos.
Would you like a warm breakfast?
We must be going.
It was very nice to meet you too. I wish you the best of luck.
I wish you the best of killing.
Thank you.
Light's blessing on you.
They bow to each
Yeah.
person. And then they pack up all their stuff and head off into the distance back towards the barn.
What a great couple.
I don't think they were a couple. I go to swing out of my horse and get ready to go. Oh no, I'm riding in the carriage, that's right.
Hank has everything packed up and ready to go. And as soon as you guys step on your horses and step onto the wagon,
I step on my horse.
you head off into the distance. Off to Deepmarsh. Anyone have anything they want to do
Between now and Deepmarsh.
specifically?
I mean, we can practice casting spells and armor if you want. Art.
Give it a shot.
Okay. Like while we're traveling, because you just became proficient with medium armor, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we'll practice casting with medium armor, and I'll even, if you want to work towards casting in heavy armor, I'll like let you wear my armor, and I'll try to show you.
Casting in armor is never a problem.
It is if you're not proficient in it.
I think that is 3.5 edition.
No, I'm pretty sure if you're not proficient in armor, that's when you can't cast in it.
In 5th edition?
I think so.
No one's trying it anyway, so I'll find out later.
Yeah, well, I think that, I mean, out of game, Art's gonna...
Eventually get heavy armor.
Right,
But he'll be proficient in it when he does.
Right, but we're just gonna roleplay me helping him become proficient,
Gotcha.
basically.
I wasn't aware that you can't cast it all, but it doesn't matter. You guys will practice either way. And you move off towards Deepmarsh. Did you want to do anything specifically, Garavan?
No, I'm good. Everything's good with
Josh,
me.
did you move the blue bottle?
Yep. Cool.
All there is just a big cap.
That's awesome.
The whole bottom half of our thing.
Thank you for, yeah.
Good catch.
Let's see what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna continue to kind of familiarize myself with Jacob the horse. Get used to riding. I'm gonna probably proselytize a little bit, especially to Sam and to Hank. You guys, I know, got you for a longer session, so it's kind of a more of a long con thing.
Good luck with that. I know all the rhetoric.
I
You
hope to see the
guys-
light again.
Continue on through the forest, through the night. Camp goes by. Night passes uneventful. The next day, the 23rd,
Next day would be the 23rd.
is the
So this-
23rd of Jarmic.
2 more days till the Feast of
23rd
Crows.
Jarmic. I lost my page. Wake up. Now 22nd. Day passes.
Yep.
On the 23rd of Jarmic is the day you make it to Deepmarsh. Once you get through the forest clearing, near the edges of the swamp, this is where Deepmarsh lays, is right at the edge of the swamp. And you can see it from a bit off. As you get closer and closer, the town is not what you were expecting. It is a very small settlement. You see 10 structures from a distance. One very large mansion at the very back end of this town.
Perhaps the people of this village will tell us how much further it is to Deepmarsh.
And you get nearer to the city.
I think this might be it.
I've never been here before.
As you're riding up, a man rides up to greet.
Light's blessing, friend.
He doesn't hail. He rides
Why does no one
closer.
respond to that?
As he gets closer, he has a bow strapped to his back. You guys can see as he gets even closer, he has pointed ears, very stoic face, tattoos, intricately tattooed all over his face in tribal pattern.
I think he's... Oh, yeah. You think he's met Rivetta?
Rita.
He's got...
And he rides up
Hello,
until
friend.
he gets within talking distance.
Hello.
We've been expecting you.
Well, here we are.
Dude. He makes eye contact with Hank, and Hank gives him a nod. Welcome back, Hank. And you gentlemen are along with Hank?
We're seeing him here safely.
Did Rivetta do your tattoos?
No. Come on. We can go talk to Bev.
I'm gonna follow Hank's lead in this one because he's been here before. So
Hank looks over at you and very quietly whispers, Bev is a cunt.
fair enough.
Wow.
Then I do the thing where I'm like, sword is loose, we're good. All right.
Bev?
Bev.
I'm like, who is Bev? I ask him.
She's the leader of this small town.
Oh,
She's never happy. Someone needs to give her a good cleaning. Get the cobwebs out.
I look at Art.
He doesn't pay attention because he doesn't know what's going on.
Right.
Hank looks at him and he's like,
Needs help with cleaning?
Never mind. Let's go ahead. Do what we've come here to do.
you guys pass through this tiny village. And as you get further in, you see there's a bunch of tents that are set up. No real structures besides those 10 structures. One of the larger structures is most likely where a lot of people sleep in the same place, a big commons area. Pass by that. The smell of the area is starting to smell more and more marshy, getting a little pungent. Just tickles the senses.
It's a really
not
nice
quite
place you have
there.
here.
It's more like an outpost than a settlement.
And he continues riding towards the manse, which is pretty far back. Past all the tents, past all the structures. 500 paces past that, you get towards a large mansion that could host at least 60 people comfortably living. It's 3 stories, 100 feet in length from what you can tell. Hard to see from this angle, but you can tell it goes deeper pretty far. But it's overgrown. The porch is overgrown with moss and vines. The railings are decaying and breaking apart. Some railings are completely missing on this porch. The shutters are all closed off by vines that have overgrown them as well. Some of it's made out of stone, some of it's made out of wood. Some of it's been patched up with wood.
She does need a cleaning.
Like, keep that to yourself. I don't think that's necessarily what she wants to hear about.
Oh, I'm just saying while we're here, we maybe can help.
Oh.
I don't think people typically want to be reminded of their uncleanliness.
Right.
No.
Yeah, I would say that we're not going to talk about this.
Maybe we just offer our help.
Nope. She's got more than enough help. She doesn't need ours there.
You guys move further towards the mansion, and Castian hops off his horse, ties it up to a railing there in front.
Who does?
The dude.
The man you met.
Okay.
Okay.
They learn no names.
You didn't ask for his name.
He
That is
wouldn't
true.
talk to me. I talked to him like 4 times. So far, he only said no once.
But you tie up your horses.
Okay, Jacob, you stay here.
My name is Castian.
Oh,
I'm the sheriff
sir.
of this place and the sheriff of the area. You all need to put your weapons aside when you go into the manse.
Pardon me?
You need to put your weapons aside when you go to talk to Bev.
I take out my dagger.
It's like
Where should we put it?
Whittling knife.
Yeah. It's a dagger.
I'll hold on to them out here.
Okay.
He puts it to the side on the porch.
Do you need my walking stick? Does that count?
No, we don't.
Okay. I just want to make sure.
Alright, so I put my javelins down. Chomp. Longsword down. Chomp.
You got anything else on you?
Nothing that is a weapon. I guess almost anything can be used as a weapon, but nothing that is specifically for that purpose.
As you guys are doing this, roll your perception.
Nope.
Natty 20.
8.
4.
18.
So that means I have a 25.
Because of that, you guys will succeed.
Thank you.
Oh,
As you're talking to Castian, unloading your weapons, you hear Hank breaking down the wagon. You're used to this sound. But then, as he's done breaking down the wagon, you hear more things, more clatter in the background. And you take a peek back, and he's removing the floorboards of the wagon. And as he does that, you start hearing like glass shuffling against each other as he's pulling out these shallow crates of potions from the bottom of them.
Hank.
And unloading them at the edge of the porch.
Oh. This guy. What's Sam doing?
Sam, he's actually helping Hank.
Here. I wouldn't have expected them to get along after you know what happened.
Shh. Wow.
Alright.
I guess
can
you
go
go
in,
behind your
guys.
weapons too.
Let's go.
Yeah, I put my down my sword.
Okay, we go in.
You guys walk into the mansion, and the inside is as bad as the outside. Doors open. As they open, you see vines that are still attached. Some rip apart when the door flings all the way. And when you walk inside, there's overgrowth all over the ground, all over the large staircase that circles the main chamber up to the second floor. This would be a greeting chamber normally, but it's full of different crates of different goods. You're not really sure. They're mostly closed up, and some look like they're from different areas as well. They're not all like the same style of crates. This is a big exporting, importing kind of area. barrels of different things. You make your way through the labyrinth of different goods into the back chamber. And in the back, through a couple hallways, a couple different turns, is the main chamber, or the main bedroom, it would be normally. Castian looks at you guys. Good luck.
Thank you kindly, Sheriff.
And you can tell he stays out of sight as he opens the door. Lets you all in.
Mm-hmm.
Is Hank with us, or?
No, he's unloading.
Oh, I thought we were here to get Hank here. I don't care about meeting this person. I mean, I guess I just...
As the door opens,
I go along,
We're
I
like, wait,
guess.
how did we do this?
I'm like, Hank, aren't you coming?
he's still unloading stuff.
I guess I just go in. I'm like, yeah, let her. One in Rome.
Yep, sure. Might as well meet the...
It was almost like you were herded into here.
Yeah, I gotta...
Probably in-game was just like out of game. We just realized all of a sudden it's not
Wait, what's happening? Okay.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, what are we talking
Then
about?
I will walk forward,
Is it dark?
kind of salute if I
It's
see her.
dim light here.
Oh, so I can see like it's not. I'm okay.
You see an elderly lady sitting behind a desk. She looks tough. Her skin is thick. Her hair is silver gray with some spackles of blonde and some spackles of black.
Is she...
Her face is pulled tight. Her wrinkles are tight. She has a scar running from the top of her forehead all the way down the bottom of her chin past her eye. The eye itself is squinted, as if she has trouble seeing out of it. She's doing some paperwork on her desk, writing something. She looks up. Men.
I salute and say, Merit Everlight from the Citadel of the Sun, at your service.
She motions towards the chairs.
Sit down.
Nobody else likes saying their name. Okay.
I guess we can get all the formalities out of the way. My name is Bev Manders. You can call me Bev. I know that you've come and you've brought me some goods. I have heard that you're not with the original group that was supposed to come through here. Is that the case?
Nope, we're not the original group. They were... What happened to this? They were pulled away for...
In any case,
Hank was mighty sad. Not really sure.
I don't know if they've told you or not, but I'm going to send my 2 children with you as wards of Riverstorm.
Why are you sending your children away?
They're going to be wards of Riverstorm.
How come you're not going?
My job is here, and they need to learn the ways of the world, and I can't teach them that here.
How old are your children?
They are 7 and 9.
Okay.
I do a little bit of I try not to show anything on my face, but I do a little bit of the squinty face as I try to do the math on this old lady.
Can't really tell.
Yeah.
So we obviously will do everything in our power to keep them safe. To deliver them to Riverstorm.
Yeah.
So I wanted to talk to you about, just to let you know. Jeremy, Rickon, come here. See a couple of little boys come from a room that's off to the side of this.
Part of the deal. No. Which one's which?
The older one is Jeremy. You 2 will be going with this group to Riverstorm. What are your names?
Jeremy and
It gives
Rickon?
you like a...
To us?
Oh, like, I am still Merit Everlight from the Citadel of the Sun, At your service.
Just your names.
Dellar and Cooper.
Gurvan.
Cardigan.
You will treat these men with respect. You will follow their orders. Do you have any questions?
What's your favorite food?
That's enough.
Who are we meeting?
He said that's enough.
Bringing these children to?
You'll be bringing them to General Teflon.
General Teflon.
Tethlen. You will bring them unharmed, or I will have your heads. Is that a question?
I do have questions, yes.
Is there a question about what I just said?
Yes, ma'am. It's a dangerous countryside.
And you will protect them, or I will have your heads.
Do you have anyone else to send with us? Possibly
No.
a reserve force? Is Hank aware of this part of the deal?
Hank should be aware.
Do they have appropriate gear? Travel with us? Bedrolls?
They are children. I will send them with what they need.
Make sure to include rations.
Did you have any more questions?
You living here by yourself?
Okay.
You can all leave now.
When do we expect
No
you to
choice.
leave with the children?
You leave first thing in the morning.
I assume that we have leave to have full run of the settlement until tomorrow morning.
What do you mean by full run?
We'll leave them back our weapons.
Don't leave any bastards in my city.
No, ma'am.
That's all I ask.
Everything's understood. Pretty simple task. Children, the general. Done.
You need to run over some details with Hank.
Agreed. So we'll meet here tomorrow morning to collect the children and be on our way.
Very good.
I get up and leave.
You're dismissed.
Yeah, I'm like, I know what time it is now.
Mm-hmm.
Jeremy, Rickon, good day.
They don't really make eye contact with you.
Yeah, I'll stand up and click my heels and I'll give her a salute like she's a superior officer. Half in jest. When I walk out.
She doesn't pay you mind.
That's fine.
As I turn around, I tap her desk with my tail.
Once we get outside, is the sheriff out there still with our stuff?
Yep, Castian's still out there.
I'll collect my stuff from him.
Okay.
Thank you, Sheriff.
Well, you came out alive. Good job.
She managed to have children.
I'm like, don't laugh.
What can I say? She's an ambitious woman.
She's giving her children to someone else to raise.
Yeah. Well,
That's nothing different.
So how you do it in these parts?
That's not how I do it.
Yeah, I walk over to talk to Hank.
Okay. He's finally unloaded everything. He's sitting in the driver's seat.
Hank, can we have a quick moment?
He points towards the seat you see is now padded with wolf fur.
Okay, I'll sit in his dead dog. I lean
Sounds so
in.
much worse than I thought.
It's pretty bad. I lean into it and I'm like, Hank, what the fuck? So you were aware
Is
of
that the way you start a conversation?
Well, I just got railroaded into taking someone else's children from here through dangerous territory to Riverstorm. Did you know about this?
Didn't know anything about it.
She told me you were in the know.
I told you she's a dried up old cunt.
Well, now we're taking her kids to Riverstorm to hand over to some general. If they don't make it, we're all dead men, I guess.
The road is filled with dead men. We're just barely living every day.
You, my friend, are a ray of sunshine. You make me look downright pleasant.
Someone say sunshine?
I'm gonna head over to that bar over there. If you want to join me for a drink, I could use some lot of ale.
Sure, friend. I'll come with you.
Yeah, I'll go with them too, like whatever. You know, I'll meet you guys there.
Okay.
You want to come for a quick walk with me?
Yeah, sure.
All right. We'll meet you guys there.
Suit yourself.
You coming, Art?
I suppose somebody's got to keep you out of trouble.
Sam, you got any money? I asked Sam, you have any money?
Why?
Well, because I want to give you some money to go drink with boys.
Yeah, I'm fine. I don't need any more money. You guys are giving me a lot.
All right.
I'm good. Thank you, though.
Yeah.
I think.
Go drink. We'll be back shortly.
One of those moments again. You should just come out and say it.
Say what?
That you want to talk to someone. In
I
private.
did. I'm going to talk to Garavan. You guys are going
I
to
thought
drink.
you guys were cool.
Yeah, we are cool.
It's the second time you've done that. It's really awkward. Just tell me you want to talk to someone in private and I'll leave.
Okay, go drink.
Thanks.
Yeah, that's what I said earlier. All right.
Don't worry about him, Sam. He's weird.
So we're gonna be killing Sam then, right?
No. No, we're not killing Sam.
He walks off with you guys.
Wait till he goes to the bathroom. Okay, no, we don't kill Sam. No, I just want to go for a walk around town and take a look at, like, how many people they have there, how many of them look like they're armed and dangerous. Like, I want to have a discussion with you about, like, if they could come after us, how many people they could probably come after us with.
Are you talking to people or just observing and talking to Garavan?
I need Garavan with me because he has sharper eyes than I do. So I want you to check out the settlement while we're walking around, and then we'll put together an idea of how many of them are armed and dangerous.
Okay.
It's not a big settlement. We should be able to do like a whole once over pretty quickly.
Real quickly.
Right.
I mean, you don't really even have to roll your perception. You walk around. There's approximately 60-ish people, from what you can tell, that could live here. There's an armory of sorts that you see a few soldiers, quote unquote, that come out and in, but they're dressed in pretty dilapidated gear. Some of it's really shoddy. You can see a couple of them have helmets that aren't even fitted correctly, and you see that right off the bat.
Right. I'm like,
It isn't a place that soldiers are bred and born.
so they wouldn't really be able to send a sizable, dangerous force after us.
No. Awkward question, but no.
I'm just thinking if one of the I'm planning for contingencies. If one of the kids dies,
Gotcha.
then like we don't necessarily have to worry about a continent-wide manhunt.
If your sword happens to slice into one of them,
Oh, Dylan's not that.
So you
it's not that
guys
wicked.
are headed over to the inn, and it's called the Sleep Dragon. And when you get closer, it used to be called the Sleepy Dragon, but the Y has fallen off, and there's an imprint in the wood where everything else around it's been dirtied more than that part.
but
And
why?
there used to be a picture of a dragon that all the paint has chipped off, and now it looks like a weird serpent snake, maybe. It's hard to tell. When you open the door, it creaks. And inside is 2 people. There's one old guy sitting in the back corner drinking his ale. It's a little table, big enough for 2 people, but he's by himself. And there's a younger guy there at the bar talking to the barmaid. She's young and attractive. And he's definitely chatting her up. When you guys walk in, it gets quiet and he looks back. Go ahead and roll your intelligence. Investigation if you got it.
Nope.
Gotta lead with that, huh? Technically, mine's 11.
It's hard to tell. Younger guy. Broad face, chin. Human. He's chatting up the lady, but he looks rather stoic and looks over at you guys. Turns back around and continues chatting her up. Hank just goes right up to the bar and sits down next to him. Looks at the lady. I'd like some ale. He continues talking to the guy. What do you guys do?
What do you drink? Do you drink?
Of course I do. Mostly wine. I don't see any bottles that look like the kind of wine I've had before. Maybe she'll surprise me.
Oh,
I eagerly await eye contact so that I can order wine.
So you wait for 30 seconds. She's still talking to him, talking about what she did this morning, and it's really boring talk. How many people she served last night, how much she made.
How many people did you serve last night?
5.
Did she serve Hank?
You're with Hank.
Yep. Hank just got here.
Yeah, but
Did she serve him now? No.
no.
She's still talking to him.
Yeah, so I'll start filling myself in on their conversation. 5 people? That's how many you got here now. This is going to be a windfall of money for you.
They get quiet.
It's nice to meet you. I'm Merritt Everlight.
And
What's
I
your
wasn't
name?
talking to you.
No? You were going to bring us drinks, though, right?
Are you talking to the girl?
Yeah.
Oh, the guy says, and we weren't talking to you.
Oh. Hi. Now we're talking. It's good to meet new friends.
Keeping him out of trouble is going to be hard.
So what do you do around here? I say to the guy.
He turns away, hops over the bar,
He's the bartender.
starts grabbing stuff behind her and continuing to talk to her while they're grabbing stuff. Eventually, puts down a pitcher of ale in front of Hank. He ignores you completely.
Yeah, it's a shame I'm going to waste all this gold.
He doesn't pay any mind to you.
What's the girl doing?
She's chatty.
She's
Not with
a-
you, with him. She looks like she's heavily flirting with him. She giggles every once in a while and touches his shoulder or his arm softly.
I mean, Hank's the one that wanted to drink, so that doesn't bother me all that much. Unless you guys... what's Sam and Art up to?
Sam, he's sitting next to Hank, not saying anything. He's letting you guys talk.
I'm just taking in the... Looks like it's a somewhat heated topic, so wait until they either take a break or...
It was on for a good 5 more minutes.
I stand up, and I walk over to the old man at the table.
He looks up at you.
Excuse me, sir.
Wide, big belly, commoner's clothes, mop top of gray hair, almost over his eyes. What do you want?
Mostly just looking for a conversation and to learn about this town that we're in. Seems like a nice place you have here. And I'd be
It's
willing
the
to
best place.
be
in
willing
the
to buy you a
world.
few drinks if you could
I mean, it's the best place in the world.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And so I just sit down right across from him. So what's your name?
Well, let's start with you. Why you got those horns?
No, they just grow right out of my
Small
skull.
town prejudice. Here we go.
Same reason you got that hair. These things just happen.
Are you a devil?
Technically, no. But things are complicated. Why?
He
Would
looks
you like
into
to make a
his mug
deal?
And it's empty.
Would you like to make a deal?
Oh, God.
Just kidding. And then I make the floor tremble.
Can you do that?
Yeah.
It was. He starts standing up. Nice to meet you. As he grabs his cup and walks behind the bar and serves himself another drink.
Oh, does he work here too?
That's a serve yourself kind of bar.
Yeah. All right then. So I'm gonna go behind the bar. And I'm gonna get you three some drinks.
As you
Are we
start to
there
go,
yet? We're not there yet.
Nope.
as you start to
Our
go
own
behind the
family.
bar, the young kid puts his hand across to where you can't pass. He's like, "You can't come back here."
Then how do I get the drinks out here?
Go sit down.
Oh, no.
I sit down at the bar.
He pulls his hand back. He grabs a big pitcher of ale that he pulls out from under the counter,
Oh,
pours
no.
you a drink,
The spit ale.
hands it to you. There you are. Enjoy yourself.
Perfect. Thanks. I look over at these two and they don't have anything to drink.
Did you say that?
Not yet. But
He goes
at the,
back
at the
and starts
moment,
talking with the girl.
are you guys gonna get anything to drink?
I'm good. I don't
Sam
feel
looks
like
at
starting
you.
anything.
Oh, no.
They walk into the back of the bar where you can no longer see them.
Oh, I get up and go behind the bar.
And you get a couple more drinks and you just pour them. And
Yep. I just take a couple bottles.
you hear some giggling from the back and roll your perception.
Choose
19?
You don't have to roll it because you're still not close enough.
Okay.
You hear some more intimate noises as well.
We should get ours to go, gentlemen.
Oh, no.
At about that point,
Step in the hell.
these guys are coming back around.
So yeah, I'm just standing behind the bar, just
Yeah.
putting bottles out in front.
Oh, I'll grab bottle, thanks.
There you go. I don't know what they are,
I
but
smell it.
got quite the assortment.
I'll
Looks
sit-
like not a good one.
Yeah, I'll sit at the bar and take a swig. What is it?
What'd you pour them?
He just gave me a bottle.
I'm just handing bottles out. Wines, whiskeys, I have no idea. I only know what wines really are. Other than that, all alcohol is the
There's a
same.
very common type of wine. So that's the bottle you hand him and it tastes like ass.
All right, I take a sip and I'm like, thanks.
I'll have that one. You look more like one of these guys.
He grabs you a horn of mead.
Okay.
Tastes like ass.
Cheers.
Everything sort of smells like a swamp around here.
Yep. That's, yeah. All right. So I'll just sit there at the bar and drink a little bit.
Okay. After
Immerse it.
20 minutes, the girl comes back out. She's brushing her clothes down. She looks all flushed and she's... Sorry, what can I get you?
You guys have any meals here? Food?
Oh, well, no, we don't have any food here. Just ale. Kind of short on food, sorry.
Where could I go to get a hot meal in town?
I mean, this is the only place you can really go, but we just don't have anything for outsiders. I hope you brought your own.
Do you have things for people that live here?
Well, yeah,
Well, then pretend like we live here.
you don't live here. I can't do that.
Put a gold on the counter. How much would it cost for me to live here?
Gold isn't gonna feed me or my family.
Here's 2. How much would it cost for me to live here?
I can't get anything with that right now.
Why not?
Where am I gonna get food? Are you gonna just make it out of nowhere for 2 gold?
No, we just brought a bunch of food with us when we came into town. Yeah, I thought we got all of the stuff left over from the bandits' place. All of their like supplies and stuff.
Well, that's yours. I mean,
Oh,
you giving her your personal food?
no, never mind. Whatever. So I'm like, so you have nothing here.
Not for you. I got beer. I got ale.
Alright.
I think it's about time we leave.
We have to go back up. We gotta stay until tomorrow morning.
Did your young friend leave you?
She smiles and her face goes flush again. Yeah.
Shame, he seemed quite interested in you.
What color were his eyes?
You don't know.
I asked her what color were his eyes.
I think we're closed now.
I've got blue eyes. I want to make sure we're not blamed for anything that goes on here this afternoon. The person in charge of the settlement did make it very clear that if we're left in bastards, there'd be hell to pay.
You see her walk to the back.
Well, I saw him behind the counter when I first got here, so I'll go behind the counter and grab another horn of meat to go. And then I'm like, yep, well, maybe we should leave. They don't like outsiders here much.
Apparently not.
So got one in the hand, one to go. So Hank, where are we camping for the night?
Well, I'll be camping in my wagon.
They have an inn here?
I'll be camping next to
That's
the
a
wagon.
no. Yeah, alright, so we're sleeping by the wagon.
You know, all 60 people in this town could live in that mansion. They're just living out here in the dirt and in the tents.
Probably couldn't all live in the mansion, but more of them could, yeah.
I bet all 60 could fit in there. Fairly comfortably.
Symbol of power. It's not about comfort. She owns the
Not
mansion.
for her, but what about the other 59 people?
If she lives in the mansion and they don't, she obviously has more power. She's increasing her perception of her power in order to control things. It's about control. Power and control runs the world, my friend.
Who wants to run the world?
Lots
Lots
of
of
people. Yeah. I
Magnus
walk
is
out.
one of them.
Sure. Yes. So the older guy left? Where did he go?
That guy?
Yeah.
He left.
The older guy left. The kid is.
You're literally the only
reappear.
people that were in the bar before you left.
Well,
We could just stay in the bar.
that's what I'm saying. Like, we're inside.
Yeah, they left.
I'd prefer to not stay in the bar. I'd prefer to stay by the wagon.
Alright.
I'm with him.
They have a kitchen here we could use to make food.
Mm-hmm.
Could get in trouble.
I'm pretty sure that's
Could
a
we?
foregone conclusion. We're already in trouble. We wouldn't be escorting 2 kids someplace through dangerous territory. Trouble has already happened to us. In fact, she needs us to take those kids tomorrow, so they're not going to kill us tonight.
Sam, you ever been this far west?
No. I was only ever through Oakdale and east, just barely past the wall. Not as far as I've ever gone from home.
It's good. Means no one here knows who the hell you are.
Alright, well, it looks like we're gonna have to go elsewhere for a little welcoming party.
Could always move on tonight.
Yeah, the sooner we get to Riverstorm, the better. I have no interest in staying here.
I
Kids can
imagine,
sleep at the back of the wagon while
I
we
imagine
go.
they're gonna
Hank's like,
get
we
get
gotta
her
get the
provisions.
shipment first.
Yeah.
What are we taking?
Papyrus.
Pyrus.
Papyrus.
Like the stuff you make paper out of?
Yeah. Ain't gonna be no more room in the wagon.
Like there will be room in the wagon for the kids?
They can sit in the driver's seats.
Or down a horse then.
We might need to buy a horse from them.
I'm
Think they're
guessing
gonna sell horses? They have any horses?
I'm guessing they won't have any for outsiders.
That kind of thing here really pisses me off.
So that sounds familiar, like the story you used to tell me.
Let's go see if they have any stables anywhere. If there's any spare nags, we'll buy one.
Spare what?
Horses.
Oh,
It's pretty late at this point.
Can I even figure where the stables are for the morning?
Yeah, you guys already saw them as you were passing by. They had 2 horses in there. Besides the horse that you saw Castian with,
Mm-hmm.
and you saw a couple of other people that had their own horse tied up outside the building.
I'm not gonna steal a horse. How much does a horse cost?
I will tell
I
you.
feel like Ziggy should have told us about this.
He's probably just happy to leave.
Probably. That's why he was so eager to talk to us. Do you suppose any other folk are eager to leave?
I imagine Ziggy was just passing through.
I bet the people that stay here are scared. Fear is a good way to control population.
50 gold.
Jesus. 50 gold for a horse? Ouch.
So,
Well,
out of game, those items you guys got are both attunement.
okay.
So you're gonna have to attune with them. I don't think you've ever dealt with attunement, have you? So you can attune up to 3 items on your character. Meaning, once you have 3 items attuned, you can no longer have any other items that require attunement until you unattune with one. Right now you only have 1, it doesn't matter. As you get more and more magical items, it will matter more and more.
Okay. How do I attune with it?
Just a short rest. You probably already are after the travel, honestly.
Okay.
But just to make sure that you're keeping track of that. And back to game.
Cool. So I'm like, alright, so I have a horse problem. How fast is the carriage?
It's slower than just horses.
Is it faster than you walk?
Oh, yeah. Every hex that you pass through,
Mm-hmm.
it's 2 days by horse, 3 days by carriage, 4 days by foot.
Me and Garavon could probably team up on a horse.
Or
Yeah.
we could let Bev know that
We'll need a horse
we
for the kids.
need a horse for the kids. She expects them to be down there.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Who's gonna talk her into it? Not you.
Definitely.
Art?
I can tell her.
I'm not good. So it's gonna have to be art.
Alright.
I can
What
try.
the heck?
What's on you?
Wait, what's going on right here?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mind if you think. I mean, Art's certainly capable. I just.
But are you sure that's what you're saying?
Yes. I'm just not sure
Merrick,
why.
You're too nice a guy to deal with the likes of Bev in a way that's
You know,
effective.
people like her just need a little sunshine in their life.
That's not the truth.
That is definitely the truth. When's the last time you think someone was kind to her?
Before she killed them, probably.
And also you. Like 10, 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, she wasn't prepared.
Yeah, she wasn't prepared for the last person. That's probably nice to her either. That's probably why they got their heads jumped.
When the sheriff said that we made it out alive and that's good, I don't think that he was kidding around. Like, I think that the
And maybe
real
that's
possibility
because
exists.
we were being kind to her.
It's because she has a use for us. That's what it is.
But we're just as useful as we were 15 minutes ago.
Well, it's more useful if we're free than if we ask for 50 gold worth of compensation.
Wait, we're not getting paid for that part at all?
I don't think that that was part of the discussion we had. We're in a hostile territory where if she wanted to, she could have the town try and kill us. It'd be problematic to kill all 60 of them. So
Killing the whole town is not part of the... Where did that even come from?
what I'm saying is if we refuse her offer, she will probably attempt to have us killed. At which point, we will have to kill our way free, which I'm not looking forward to. That's why we didn't talk about compensation. Do you understand now?
I suppose so. It seems strange.
As you guys are talking, someone comes up behind you quietly. You didn't even see them approach or hear them.
Sweet.
As your passive perceptions aren't high enough.
Mm-hmm.
And Castian steps into sight of the group.
Oh, sweet she is. Oh, sweet Paylor.
Bev
Mr. Sheriff.
is hard to get along with.
Mm-hmm.
But she isn't going to kill you. That's just nonsense. I was kidding. Mostly.
Oh, a joke.
Sure
See,
you
I
are.
told you.
Has he seen like girl kidder?
He's
I
just
have a
hazing the
problem.
new guys.
And I'm hoping you guys can help me.
Oh.
Side quest.
My brother went out a couple weeks ago. We had heard reports of our outpost that was overrun. It's a day's travel from here. It was overrun by an ogre that they've named Rockfist.
Is that in the same direction as Riversdale?
Riverstorm?
Riverstorm?
No, it's up north. It's on the edge of the swamp. It's a small outpost where it's a great position for keeping a lookout on the area around. You can see far and wide. It's at the top of a large hill. And now it's Rockfist's outpost.
Do you think you
I haven't heard from my brother.
Probably dead.
When's the last time
Thanks
you heard
for that.
from him?
Yep. No problem.
It's been a week and I haven't had anybody sent out there.
Do you think you could get Bev to delay her departure with her boys by a day so we can check it out?
Yes.
I've got a question. What's your horse's name? We're gonna need a horse.
Well, can't take my horse.
Must not want to know what happened to your brother that bad.
I'll talk to you guys. We need some
Seems to
help.
be the town special.
We need a horse, guys.
How did you hear about Rockfist and this
So-
overrun?
There are a couple people that came passing by this way. They told us about this ogre.
Hmm.
I think you mentioned their name once.
Oh,
Revita
also
and
can't think of their names.
Revita and Ziggy.
Ziggy and Revita. Oh, that's not good. They're reputable.
Okay.
find us a horse. I don't care if it's a nag in the stable. And we'll go figure out what happened to your brother. And probably kill the ogre.
Do I know anything about ogres?
You can roll a nature? Sure, nature.
Let's see. 14.
They're large. They're dumb. They're violent. They're large and they're dumb.
And they're violent.
Yeah. Well, I don't like the idea of your brother being abandoned up there.
Right now,
How many were in the outpost?
I only heard of one, Rockfist.
No, were.
How many other people?
Yeah.
5 were. None of them came back.
Guys, we need a bar for a horse.
I will get you a horse.
Okay, then we'll go figure out what happened to your brother.
Let's go. What are we doing?
Well, first we need the horse.
Do we need a horse? Don't we only need the horse for when
we get back? That's true. Sam can stay here with what's his
We
face.
don't have time to go get this ogre.
Make sure it's cool with your boss. We'll leave now.
We'll leave as soon as.
I'll
Smooth
sure
things
it's
over
fine.
with her. All right, come on, let's go.
I don't know about you guys, but I'd prefer to get the okay beforehand, because if she says no, it's not okay, then
It's easier to
and
ask
she'll
for.
be mad at us?
It's easier to ask for forgiveness than it is to ask for permission. All right, one of the great lessons of life. Saddle up, guys.
As much as I don't want to deal with her temper, what if we let these guys stay for an extra night in the company of an ogre, and then we arrive just in time to see them killed?
Not to mention the ogre's in a great tactical position. He can see the lay of the land for a serious distance around him. He'll see other people coming before they see that he's in the outpost. He could waylay more travelers.
Let's talk to Hank.
All right.
See if he's okay with it, if it messes up his schedule. He's the one that knows the actual terrain.
that's true too.
Okay.
So Hank's at the wagon. He's like, well, my job is to get the papyrus there. I suppose an extra couple days can't hurt.
I gotta go kill an ogre.
Why you guys always want to run into danger when you can just run away from it?
If we leave the ogre there, more people will die.
Maybe there's someone else that can take care of this ogre.
Have you seen this town?
Maybe they'll take care of it if it ever comes through here. That guy
Listen.
looks pretty handy. He points over to Cassian, who's still sitting the stone's throw away.
There's one of him. There's 4 of us. Hell, Merritt's worth 2 good men. Other people that run into this ogre won't be able to deal
That
with
was
it.
a compliment.
That was a compliment.
Other people that run into this ogre won't be able to deal with it. And it's our job to take care of things that other people can't take care of. Because it's my job.
Well, again, like I said, I guess a couple days won't hurt.
Be back in a little bit.
Well, like we always say, if I don't see you at the end of that 2 days,
Fair enough.
I'll find my own way. Come back every time so far.
So
That's
far,
good.
so good.
You know, on the chance that we don't come back, this wouldn't be of any use to me up in a cave. I hand him all my money.
How much?
That's
How many use the rest?
42 gold
Right off.
and 13 silver pieces. So 43 plus gold.
For what seems to be a grand gesture, Hank, his face doesn't actually shift much. Just takes the gold. I'll keep it safe.
How about
for a
you,
couple
Sam?
days.
Are you... I know that Del over here wanted you to stay away from sword swinging. Are you up for some adventure, or would you like to stay behind?
Honestly, I could probably go with you, but your friend is he says it with Dalaran standing right there. Well, you know.
Yeah.
I think I'll stay back here with Hank. If that's okay.
Make sure Hank's okay.
You
I'm
are
gonna
a
go
grown
with him to
man
River
capable
Store.
of making your own choices. You can do this.
Go to Riverstorm with Hank. I'm with you guys if you make it back.
Okay. Yeah, if we don't come back, use that gold to make sure you guys get there safely. Get those kids there. But we'll be back. I believe it. And Sam's gonna stay behind too.
Yeah, good call. If Sam wanted to come, I would have been like, no, Sam, you can't come. We don't have enough horses yet.
Yeah, we talked about it right in front of you, actually.
Nice.
You started smelling flowers and everything. It was kind of a weird.
I started smelling flowers.
Yeah, it was weird.
I had a seizure.
Burnt toast? Am I
Yeah,
smelling
right.
toast?
Someone burned something?
Fail.
We win.
Landed on a 6. Takes 6 damage.
Damn it.
Just
So you're heading out tonight.
Suppose we want to get up and get it over with.
Put some distance on tonight, camp out, and then finish tomorrow. Get there tomorrow midday. Right, it's about a day's worth of travel. Is that what it is? Yeah. Okay.
North.
We get halfway there. You're halfway there tonight before we stop.
Well, good luck.
Thanks.
I go in for a hug.
Whoa.
He backs out.
Hey, how much gold did you give him last
Turn the hug into
Good pat.
a see ya.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
You
He puts his hand on your shoulders.
stay there.
Come back now, son.
We will. I try to imitate his accent as though we're family. We will.
You guys head off into the night. It's dark out.
And he made it weird.
The moon is shining, so it's dim light on
Cool.
your travels. For Artigan, that means you can see, actually. And you guys see just fine. 60 feet in front of you. And then the rest of the way is dim light at disadvantage.
That's still better than a human.
Go ahead and roll your survival. You know...
No, I don't. I roll a 7. Oh no, we're lost.
Can I put a +5
You
on
can't
that?
get lost. You can't get lost.
You can use your... No, you don't have more
I
inspiration.
don't.
Well, what
Lost.
happens when you roll a 1?
Bad things.
Well, I'm asking you.
I don't know.
I'll give you some examples.
Yeah. But
You can find some odd-looking tracks. You can find something that looks conspicuous.
Some delicious-looking mushrooms.
Some delicious-looking mushrooms.
One of your snake nets.
What do you see with a 1 in your survival roll?
my horse Gary falls to the ground.
Cool.
Started seizing.
Not quite that bad. But while you're tracking...
50 gold worth of bad.
He's got leftover sleep spell.
It's too many sleep
I didn't know
spells.
Narcolepsy.
We'll go with horse. You are tracking through the night. It's hard to see everything and keep track of everything. As you're going through, his hoof breaks through some hard-packed snow into something very deep, and when his leg falls in, takes 4 damage in the leg and it snaps.
Oh.
It throws you off. You can roll your athletics.
19, thank God.
You land on your feet right by him, and it's whinnying in pain. It's like...
We didn't have a long rest yet, did we?
Somebody, didn't we last night?
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay.
And it's writhing in pain, and it pulls its leg out, and you see it dangle like that. and it goes to set it down and collapses on the ground in another whinnying pain.
Somebody, hey, calm the horse.
Yeah, we need to calm this horse
Take
down.
out my short sword.
Whoa, we can fix this.
His leg is falling off.
We can fix it. You just need to keep him calm while I go over to him. Can you keep him calm?
All right, so I'm going to try to keep him calm.
Roll your animal handling at disadvantage.
14. 18.
Oh, that's not bad. So 14
14
plus.
plus.
So it's writhing in pain, blood's pouring out on the ground from its wound. You see the bones sticking out of the flesh at this point.
Do you have animal handling?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so 14 plus 3 is still 17 total.
Yeah.
That's nice.
He knows. All right, let's go.
And while you're keeping Gary from crying too much, and before you stick it with your sword, what are you guys doing?
I'm going to lay on Hans' leg.
Before?
Yeah.
You see the bone
Make sure you set it first.
shrink back
I mean,
in.
yeah, I'm not going to...
The leg
He's just
straightens
double-jointed.
out. The wound starts to close up all at the same time as the soft glow seeps into its skin. And its wounds close back up, and it's still crying out in pain and whinnying, but you're there calming it. It goes to bite at you once, but doesn't get you, and move just out of the way.
Sorry, guys, that was, it's never happened to me before.
Dangerous business walking out your front door.
Happens every sometimes. You know, performance issues.
Honestly, it's the third time I've seen Gary go down. I'm surprised that didn't happen earlier.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm avoiding the sleep spells.
It actually seems to work better.
Okay, so Gary should be okay now.
Gary finally gets back up after about 10 more minutes of calming and soothing. And you continue on your way. You can go ahead and roll another survival check.
Wow.
8.
8. It's hard to trek through a swamp on a horse, even though snow's covering a lot of the ground. There's places you're going to have to step around. You might not be lost, but it's going to take you a while. Where it normally take you a day in the dark and in the swamp, it's going to extend that time by hours. It's a slow trek, an arduous journey. But you continue moving through. 5 hours passes. It's now past everyone's bedtime.
Maybe we can.
Be okay with taking a nap.
Also, yeah, I need to find a spot that looks suitable. Someplace dry. Up out of the muck.
Yeah, so let's find some place to camp.
You guys continue moving until you find a suitable spot. Set up a small campsite.
I can stay watch.
I'm good. You gonna start it off?
Yeah, wake somebody up after 4 hours and take shifts.
So you guys take shifts. You wake someone up after 4 hours.
Yeah. Pull out the tents.
The rest of the night passes uneventfully.
Yay.
You all get your long rested. But the journey, you didn't make it very far. And you know you have still a good 3/4 day journey.
All right, let's go.
Back on your horses, it's a little easier to navigate. You start going through the edge of the swamp. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
God damn it.
Yeah, my lucky.
I got 10.
Oh, is this everybody? 18.
16.
Okay. So as a group, you guys were talking to each other, and you two were talking, but you also, as you were talking, you look over and you see a glint in the snow. catches your eye just off in the corner, about 80 feet away from where you're at, where you're trekking through. A reflection of the sun.
You see what I'm seeing? It's like cleaned. Nothing.
Does it look like
Bright.
a metallic
Nothing.
thing in the snow, or?
You look over, it looks metallic. It looks like it's barely peeking out of the snow.
Hey guys, hold up.
I start heading over there. I like seeing sunshine coming from the ground.
When you get like 20 feet away, you can actually see it's part of a weapon sticking up out of the snow.
Do you think this was maybe his brother's?
Bring it back and see.
Do we want to bring it back?
Kind of push the snow away around it.
You start moving the snow. Roll your initiative.
Oh, snap.
Natural 20.
You were ready.
All of us?
All of you.
A 4.
11.
Oh, do you have advantage on initiative?
Oh yeah, that's right. 11 plus
Better.
3 is 14.
I have a -1, so I roll an 11.
All right. Cool. You start scuffling at the snow. You touch the metal thing. It looks like a spiked ball. Halfway sticking out of the snow. You only see half of that circle. And as you do, everything around you starts shifting. The snow starts falling in on itself. And you feel like you're now walking on a moving mass. And I will arrange all your initiatives.
A moving mass.
What'd you get, Garavon?
I have a 14.
Delaran?
I have an 11.
Artigan?
4.
Brian? 20.
22.
Merritt, I mean. Representation.
Yeah.
Flying spaghetti monster.
Oh, God. What the shit?
That is what that is, isn't it?
That's what it looks like. Flying spaghetti monster.
It is not a flying spaghetti monster.
Thank God. Thank God. I don't know what we would have done.
I don't have a fork. How would we be?
Right? Watch out for the meatballs.
It's a spicy meatball.
Oh, God.
The spiked mace falls into the snow, completely engulfed. As you start falling into the snow, what do you do?
I'm going to try to dive back away, like out of the.
Did you roll already again? I'm sorry.
4. 4.
Roll off.
11.
Cool.
Yay.
So you're gonna try to back off?
Yeah, if all I see is snow collapsing, like, yeah, I just want to get off of the part that's collapsing down.
Right, so you move off of the snow, and as you do, something reaches out and attacks you. These vines lash out of the snow and lash out at your body with a hit. These thick vines reach out. This branch starts bending around your legs and hits you. For 10 damage. And you are grappled. It reaches around your leg and ensnares itself, pulls down, and you feel your skin start to peel where it grabbed you.
Oh.
In a moment of panic, I use my reflex to try to rip my leg out and cast Hellish Rebuke as a second level spell.
Okay.
Which it needs to make a dex save. 13. Or take 3d10.
It does not make the save.
10, 11, 12, 13.
So sad.
The 10 was really good.
Yeah.
Like 1.
All the snow starts to disappear from under all your feet. You can all make a acrobatics check.
Nope.
Roll 1.
Am I still on my horse? Are our horses getting eaten too?
Oh, plus
Or
athletics.
did we get off our
so-
horses?
You probably rode up on your horses. Your horses are now falling in as well.
That's horrible.
Jacob, no!
Get away, Clyde.
Clyde's dead.
Wow, I rolled 18 minus 1, 17.
So you were actually able to maneuver your horse off of this moving mass as vines now start shooting up out of the snow in every area. And in fact, it's a very large area. So I'm going to set up a little battlefield.
This is horrible.
He told us.
Is it vulnerable to flame?
He lied. He lied.
These are like little swampy islands.
Sweet. And it's like, that's the monster in the middle.
Can I have all your characters?
Yeah, here I am.
I'm scared to give him to you. Give him back.
What'd you roll hard again on your acrobatics?
10 total.
How come I'm not on the swampy island?
Because you maneuvered yourself and your
Oh.
horse. What'd you roll?
I ended up with a 8.
And
14.
14. You actually managed to rip your leg out. Well, actually, no, because you would have to make a escape check anyways. It's still your turn, Merritt.
You can use an action to try to get away, or...
Let's see. So far, have I used my movement? What have I don't know when the actual.
Well, you used a movement.
Okay, so I used a little movement to try
It
to get
reacted as you were trying to grab for the mace, which would have just been part of your movement.
away. Okay. So it reacted, then I reacted.
It reacted. You used a reaction to cast Hellish Rebuke.
Mm-hmm. Then I am going to.
You are grappled. You could use your action to try to escape the grapple.
How does grappling affect spellcasting? Does it make things harder?
I don't think so, but I have a chart in there for restrained.
Oh yeah. I think I did see that. I think it's normal.
I know that you are. It is an advantage to hit you.
Effect removes.
It's restrained
Restrained.
under R.
There it is. I was like, why does that not exist? Attack rolls against it have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage. I want disadvantage. So I am going to, try to get out.
So you make an escape check as your action.
Okay. Is that something I can guidance?
No, because it takes an action to cast guidance.
Sad me.
Merritt's on there. You see something ripping the flesh off his leg.
So this is athletics?
Acrobatics or athletics?
Oh, acrobatics. That's much better. Though I think. 17.
17 is enough. You actually rip your leg out of the restraining branches and vines, and it scrapes you all the way down to your hoof. You pull your hoof out. Luckily, you didn't have a foot in there, so it was easier to get out.
No toes to lose.
And
that'll be
you probably don't have any movement left, honestly.
okay. As a bonus action, I would like to cast my second level spell, Spiritual Weapon.
Is
swirl it around.
Hellish Rebuke a high level spell?
Hellish Rebuke is
You get it once a
Second
day
level
for
spell.
free.
It's on for
So yeah, once a day for
So you can
free,
cast one spell
I guess
a
it's
turn
till this turn.
Cantrip.
or a cantrip besides that.
Okay, so not.
You can cast a bonus action cantrip, but you probably don't have one.
I don't think I have.
I don't think
section
those exist, actually.
Yeah, so I would just continue to scramble out, try to get myself situated again.
Okay. Garabon, you are now on top of something that's moving about and writhing, and you see vines and branches start lashing out, and they're actually coming up around and trying to grab you, too. You saw Merritt try to back away, and when he did, this thing pulled at him.
So I want to try to get away from them a ways. So it's just all over here.
The branches are coming out straight under you guys. The metallic mace head disappeared down into the mass. Snow is now crumbling away and
like an
falling
anglerfish.
away. And as the snow crumbles into cracks and crevices, you are looking down, standing on top of a writhing, branchy, viney mass that is moving uniformly as one.
Shambling mound.
So I want to move to over here.
Okay. Do you take the disengage action?
Explain that.
Sure. Disengage means when you move, if a creature could attack you while you're moving, it can't because you're being safe about your movement.
Yeah, definitely disengage. Thank you.
It's all difficult terrain, and that actually will count in combat because I believe your overland travels the difficult terrain.
Okay.
Ignore difficult terrain. You could correct me if I'm wrong on a ranger's difficult terrain.
No, I have no clue.
Right on that first page, maybe the second page of your ranger. Class features, yeah, right there. Say something about.
Probably the next page.
Next page. Natural explorer. Your difficult terrain period.
Okay, so you ignore difficult terrain. Does it say that your friends ignore difficult terrain while they're around you, or is that just overland travel?
Difficult terrain doesn't slow your group's travel.
Okay, so groups travel, you ignore difficult terrain.
Right.
You
Sorry,
can
no, it's
move 30 feet as a normal action, meaning you could get across there just fine.
Okay. That's where we're at.
You hop off the mass as the branches try to reach around your leg, and you pull your leg out just in time as your foot slips between the grasp. You bound off into the snow here and jump onto this snowy mound over there.
Okay. Can I?
That was your movement.
I still have an action.
You
Then.
do.
What do I have? What do I have? I had something. Oh, I didn't take it. I am going to.
Hunter's mark.
I'm going to. Is there like a body of some sort, or is it just a bunch
You
of
start
vines?
seeing the branchy, viney mass exploding from the ground.
No. I'm like, you guys should get down.
Ah, shoot. Well, I guess I'm going to shoot an arrow at it. I'm not really sure where I'm shooting at because there's so much of it. So, wish I had luck.
Are you sharpshooting?
Sharpshooting, and we're gonna do hunter's mark. That's
Hunter's
fine.
Alright, so you put your mark on the creature. You can now feel its presence in front of you. And you pull back your drawstring.
And let's find out what happens. 12.
Plus 2 as your sharpshooter.
Correct.
You are acting before it. You may roll advantage.
13 plus 2 is 15.
The arrow does find its mark. It reaches through branches and vines and into some mass. When you hit it, it just explodes from the ground. It's now halfway out, and it's mostly vines and branches. Roll your damage.
Oh, not.
Just damage.
That's damage. Thank you. And then I'm Colossus Slayer. Is that just like a
If it's
passive
lost
thing?
hit points already,
If it's lost it.
which it has.
Oh, it has?
Yeah, I've
So
heard
rolled
it.
a d8 twice.
Oh.
He rebuked it with
Okay.
hellish fire.
So 8 plus 1 is 9. Yay!
Roll the d6.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get any other plus to that?
Yeah.
Oh,
You get
plus-
2
plus-
d8.
Yeah, plus 13.
Did
Yeah,
he roll
it. It was
both
horrible.
d8?
It was bad.
Plus 13. Thank you.
Yeah, plus 13. So that's
Good to know.
22.
Give me the
Or
totals.
21.
Delran, you're on top of
9
this
plus
mass.
13.
You see Garabon bound off the side. Merritt just pulled his hoof out of the vines.
So I'm on top?
No, you're
On
gonna
the side.
skip.
Oh, are you talking to me?
Oh, sorry, I'm talking to you.
Oh.
I was gonna skip you and get straight to Art.
Okay. I was like,
I was
what's
like-
happening?
It's not the one you skip.
Yeah, I skipped.
Skipping the wrong one today.
Alright, whatever. So how tall is it at this point?
It is pretty large. It's halfway out of the ground and sticking up 5 feet. All the mass is starting to collect.
Okay, so I'm gonna ride up on it, and I guess I'm right up on it, right?
You're right up on it.
Okay, so I'm gonna use my action
Kind
to.
of like that.
The face.
That's a bummer. Okay, so I'm gonna use my action to unleash the divine energy within myself, causing my eyes to turn into pools of darkness and two skeletal, ghostly, flightless wings to sprout from my back. It has to roll a charisma saving throw.
Or,
DC 13, or it becomes frightened until the end of my next turn.
which means it can move closer to you.
Also has disadvantage on attacks.
It does not make it.
So it's freaked out. I'm like, boogity boogity, motherfucker.
It recoils, all its branches pull away from you, and its vines and what look like weird moving lanky appendages in a way that will give you advantage on your next attack.
Sweet. I'm also going to mark my bonus action before my turn is over. I mark it.
With what?
Hunter's mark.
You have Hunter's Mark?
I do because I'm a vengeance paladin. That's my first level spell.
Weird.
Yep.
You also feel a connection to its being, to its presence.
I guess. I don't have much of a
Hardigan.
tracker.
Let's see. I'm on it.
Kill it. Not the best at killing things, really.
But I'll give it a shot.
We've been practicing. It's time for you to do it.
Yep.
You are on top of it. Its branches are now lashing up and reaching around. You guys feel like you're about to tumble off of it as it's still rising out of the ground.
So I'll just take my sword and just jab it in.
Jam it in.
Yep. And then also try to use that to stabilize myself. So
Okay. So jam
Oh,
your sword
shit.
in.
Yeah.
I
Do
bet
it.
things.
let's see. 14 to hit.
14 is not a hit.
Sad day.
You jam it to where you think there might be mass, and you stick it between branches and vines, and as you do, it goes almost all the way through before you feel like your sword is just going to disappear into the mass, and you pull it out of the mass of foliage. You're now in an awkward spiraling tumble down its side as you two are felled off of it.
As I roll off, I'll go, Merritt, how are you doing? And do a healing word.
On me?
Yep.
Yay!
I don't think I have a monster of that type, but I have something
Let's see.
close-ish.
Yep. So yeah, I get 6 health.
That is close-ish.
All the branches and vines collect into one mass of a large creature that rushes in.
Can't move closer to me. Yep. Sorry, dude.
I'm glad I healed you.
Yeah,
me too.
He scared me.
You said it has disadvantage attack? You or everyone?
Just has disadvantage on attacks while it's frightened. To the end of my next turn.
So the first attack goes to hit Merritt, and when it does, looks like its branches here are caught on something, and it rips, and you see branches snap from behind it that might have been part of it once. They completely rip apart as it shrieks a very awkward sound you hadn't heard ever. It's like takes 6 damage.
Stop hitting me! I told you.
And then it goes to hit you again.
Uh-oh.
For a 20.
So I definitely dodge out of the way.
Nope.
No.
You're going to take... I lost my D8. Oh, it's over here. 14 damage as it slams you with all its branches and vines. They lash around and scrape across your chest, and you can see it's trying to make a grab for you. It's trying to reach around you with everything it has. And when you get close, you see some very odd-looking large fangs within these branches and mass, and it's trying to pull you in. Oh, it does not grapple you.
Nah.
Merritt.
Run away, dude.
Yeah. How about disengage?
Disengage.
I don't understand why.
And
How long does that frighten last?
To the end of my next turn.
Okay.
I'm going to run around back to protection of my friends.
Disengage.
Yep.
You can go half of this
Okay.
in difficult terrain.
Yeah. I'll go, about yonder. And then I'm going to cast Healing Word again on myself as a bonus action.
you gain
I'm
some
super
health.
hurt. Super hurt, so I gotta do that one.
Yeah, you feel all these searing pain going through your chest and through your back where these things just reached around and tried to pull you in.
Yeah, so I'm gonna heals myself for... I'm so bad at that. 4. Alright. And... Am I gonna do anything beyond that? No. Just...
Garavon.
Do I see the mace thing?
Not anymore.
This bastard's going down. Sharpshooter. Gonna plug him right in the back of the head. And I already got my Hunter's Mark going, so
You do.
9 plus
2.
2 is...
The arrow actually goes wide.
Yeah.
It's like over the shoulder, the vines they recoil as the side of this arrow slightly, and it goes right over its shoulder. If it has a shoulder.
That's a bummer.
You can still move or use a bonus action.
Don't really have anything to use as a bonus action, so I'm gonna. Are there any trees around me? I like to fight in trees.
There are not any trees around
Okay.
this area.
Well,
It's
then.
kind of like a tree.
You a tree.
Could you climb me?
Yeah. I'll end my turn.
Okay. That'll make it Delaran.
I ride into him. So you can just move me straight to him. And
Go ahead and we'll do your action. Give me a perception check.
before I do stuff, okay.
No, I mean yes, but you ride into him.
6.
Yeah, you ride into him. Good job.
Yep, that's what I do. I do what I do. I am gonna use my bonus action to vow of enmity him. So fuck this dude. And then I'm gonna beat his face. (18 plus 5 is 23. A D8 plus a D6 plus 8. So 6 plus 4 is 10 plus 8 is 18.
18 damage.
Wow, yeah, because
You
when I
cut through
do the
branch after
necrotic
branch
shout,
after branch
I get
after
extra
vine.
damage.
It's like until you hit some mass and you feel it connect in.
It's like slap.
You have a bonus action.
The bonus action was when I vowed that I did him.
Oh,
That was my bonus action.
18 more damage.
Yep. Chop, 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 smooth.
Go ahead.
Art?
Nope. Go ahead, Delaran,
Go
and make a charisma saving throw.
Suck. 17 plus 5 is 22.
You see a wispy cloud of something come right towards you out of this thing, and then through you. You feel this cold sensation through your entire body. Did you use your reaction?
No.
For a moment, you saw a face pass right through your face, and it goes through you. You may make an attack of opportunity.
I can,
You can?
but it's not against this tree monster. It's against some other thing, right?
Correct.
Fuck you, why not? That's what swing around. Fuck you too. Slow.
It goes right through you. You throw your sword up and cut. Go ahead and roll a hit.
I fail. 4 plus 5 is 9. So I'm like, oh shit.
It startles you,
Wait, sword around.
and you do nothing as this creature, which has the face of a man, passes through you. You guys, on
Watch
the
out
other
for
end,
creepy man face.
see a creature come out of this mass. It's incorporeal, and it passes right through Delaran. And when it does, it takes the shape of a humanoid. Give me a perception check.
God damn it.
9. It takes the shape of a humanoid.
No one knows.
And moves towards the nearest line of sight target. Towards
Hard
you.
again.
And it ends its turn right in front of you. In fact, it ends its turn inside of you.
Oh snap.
Oh shit, Art. Sorry, man.
This
I'm gonna have to
is
shoot you.
Oh god.
Exercise the demon.
Yeah, dude.
So,
Okay.
So that's
That was
weird.
that. Go ahead, Art.
So that was that.
so I can move and do things?
You can move. You feel this chill cold through your entire body. You see the remnants of some wispy, incorporeal creature around your eyes that ended right there inside of you.
That's horrible, man. Good luck with that.
Yeah, I'm definitely creeped out by this.
Is the mound still moving?
Well, it's going to.
Yeah, it's not done. It's just spewing its weird little spore children into the world.
I'm gonna try to move. Only thing I can think of is moving closer to the giant mound monster thing. So,
Okay.
move
So
up
you're going to move.
Yep.
As you move, you feel this creature reach out and try to grab inside of you.
Oh.
What's your AC? Oh, I got it. I don't even know. I don't need to know. And I roll a 19.
Yeah, that'll do it.
You feel a chill reach through your body as you pull away. It almost feels as if it takes a piece of you with it and holds onto it.
Hmm.
And you take
What?
Yeah, dude.
14 necrotic damage.
Well then.
Why?
So you moved. Where'd you move?
Next to the giant thing, which is seeming like a bad idea now.
You're like, you lose your entire breath as you move away.
That sounds horrible, dude.
Super bad.
Just tickled your insides. Like took your appendix with them or something, I don't know.
If I look back at that thing, can I see what was there? Was it? Is it
It's
still
a humanoid creature that is still there. And it's now looking behind. Well, actually, it's not even looking behind. Its whole head is now just turned completely 180, staring at you from over its back.
Do something about that.
Yeah, I'm gonna be doing something about that as soon as I figure out if I'm going to be defensive or offensive.
What do you do, Artigan?
Be defensive and offensive. Do vicious mockery.
Yes.
On which one?
Yes.
The ghost thing here.
Let's hear it.
This is my favorite.
Yeah, let's hear it, man. What's your rag?
Artigan looks over his shoulder. You make eye contact with this creature that's looking directly at you, exorcist style. And you say... It's already funny. I don't know what it is.
Your mother was a kobold and your father smelled of elderberry.
Rough.
Oh, snap! That was my bonus action.
It does not make
That was always it.
Takes
One
damage. Yeah, that's awesome.
but disadvantage on its next attack.
Okay.
Now the evil.
This
Uh-oh.
just to keep things in order. Writhing, branchy mass reaches out and lashes at you because you were the last thing that charged it.
I'm ready.
Well, the first thing that charged it, I mean.
I hope I'm ready.
For a 9 to hit, its branches reach and scrape against your armor, and push your shield in the way. try that. 21.
Doesn't matter.
Hey, you got your 1 AC.
I'm ready. Let's do it. Yeah, right. Yeah, 1 extra AC. Yay. Raise my pace.
10 damage as the branches scrape against the skin. You feel your armor jerk your arm out of its socket almost.
Ooh, what kind of damage is it?
I think it is bludgeoning.
Sweet. I'd much rather fight the little guy.
Go ahead, Merritt.
Alright, I'm going to run this way. Not as far as I can. Aww.
You mean right in front of that thing?
Not quite that far. So I'll just move a little bit. Yep, there we go. And then I'm going to expend a sorcerer point to twin healing word as my bonus action. And hit both of these two fine gentlemen, taking some damage with 7 health. 7 health.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
And then
You see him extend his hand, and a light appears where you were wounded.
the blessing
An
on
aura
both of you.
seeps into the skin, and you feel a warmth where you've just taken wounds.
That's good. Good job.
And then when I've got both my hands up and I bring them together like an invisible cowbell and go bang, and try to toll the dead cantrip on him.
Toll the dead.
Toll the dead.
So keep it on there.
No.
D12.
So 6 damage.
Which one?
Necrotic damage to the big leaf fellow.
Okay. 6 damage. You ring the bell. What kind of damage is that you said, necrotic?
Yep.
Go ahead, Caravan.
They do what everyone does. Sharpshooter. I got my hunter's mark on it. 9.
9.
Plus 2 is 11.
Plus 2 is 11.
is not enough. Your arrows are not making their mark this time. You keep shooting wide completely of this creature that moves faster than you can actually believe.
You're used to shooting humans.
Yeah, you can still move though.
I'm gonna stay put.
Okay.
I'm going to go for the big swing and try to hack out as many branches as I can as I swing into him.
For the deep cut.
So 15 plus 5 is 20.
That is enough.
And then 18. So,
18 again, huh?
yeah, man. Just like woodsman in the shadow, this guy. So it doesn't like vomit another minion on
You start ripping apart branches and vines, and
I'm gonna try to go through a leg if I can.
yeah, you feel more meat as you cut in to this mass, but you don't feel like you're cutting through.
Okay. So I'm just like burying my sword and then like yanking it out and then burying it again and yanking it out. Should have had an axe.
And my axe. Everyone, go ahead and make a wisdom save.
Oh, bummer.
Oh, yeah, I can do that.
Bummer. That's a no for me.
8.
9.
18.
You are the only one.
My negative
This
1 modifier.
creature turns, but its head stays looking straight on. Everyone now sees the face behind it. It's a horrifying looking face. You are all frightened of this creature.
Oh, man.
Ooh. What'd you roll?
8.
I ended up with an 8.
9.
If
we end by so-and-so or more, some horrible shit happens.
It's aging, I believe. Certain
You
number of
each
years.
gain 30 years to your age.
What is this shit?
You, not you.
Oh, not me?
You and you both age 30 years.
Not much
I mean,
of a
you can
give
give a
for you,
shit,
but
right,
me, I look old.
You just turned 50 or something.
Yeah.
18 to 48 in a second.
Wow, man. That's brutal.
What the fuck, dude?
Yeah, that's rough.
You are
man.
also frightened for 1 minute of this creature as it rushes towards Mary.
I love how it rushes him and he's the one that's not afraid.
It's because I'm standing my ground.
Yeah, you're like, you want a piece of me? He's like, yes, I do.
When it gets close to you, its voice shrieks. It doesn't actually say any true words. It's like, oh, oh. Make a charisma save.
Oh, yeah. I had to do this. Well, then.
It's probably not great, but that's 9.
Oh, man. This thing's
Wait a
ruling
second.
us.
Wait a second.
Ruling us.
I have.
With a spectral
Let's see
fist.
what my 30 years.
Yeah, man. You're an elf. You don't give a shit. You live to be
Yeah, that's like yesterday.
2d4 means my divine
right. For
favor.
you, it's like you aged a month or
Well,
something.
right, but 30
10,
years?
11, 12, 13,
Ryan.
14, 15.
Divide that by 20, and that's what
What'd
it
you do?
actually feels like to your
I
character.
use my divine favor, which
What's that
once
do?
per day, if I miss an attack roll or fail a saving roll, I can add 2d4 to my total. Wow.
15.
Yep.
You
Think
see
it was
this creature's life flash before your own very eyes. You feel your body become stiff. Your blood turns cold. You see Castian's face in front of you, and you see another face, the young man from the bar that you were talking to, also flash before you. You see this creature here, and then everything goes black, and you snap out of it, and you save against possession.
Oh, man.
That's what my whole symbol is.
Yeah, he was trying to climb inside of you.
Talk about none of that.
All right.
That was rough.
Can you go back? Is there ways to go back?
No.
What?
You just got totally age raped, man.
My God.
But for you, it's like a year and a half, basically.
Don't care.
That's what 30 years
Like-
is. For him, it's 30 years. Like, he's older than his parents now.
That sucks, dude. Sorry, Art.
Yeah, he's human.
I can't proactively go back and use
Art again.
inspiration, correct? Just double checking.
What are you going to do, man? It's your turn.
Just double checking. I can't proactively go back and use an inspiration.
No,
Okay.
can't do that.
Okay. Well, I'm scared, so I can't move closer to it. So I have to fight the thing in front of me here.
Do I gain like 12 levels since it's been 30 years?
I mean, the best
Come
attack
on,
ever.
Come on.
Oh, no.
I'll do another vicious mockery because
Something
I don't
about this.
have to worry about disadvantage. There's the-
Make fun of how old he is.
It gives me a headache just trying to think down to your level.
Who are you doing it to?
The big guy. The plant thing.
It does not make it. For how much damage?
3 damage.
3 whole damage. Amazing.
That was brutal, man. He just, like, TPK the shit out of us with one ghost. Wow! He screams, we're like, oh my god! Then his tree monster friend just beats the shit out of us while we writhe around in fear.
Oh, speaking of tree monster friend.
Yeah, it's time for him to beat the shit out of me.
He does go to beat the shit out of you.
Because I mocked it.
No, because you look squishier. Wait. 11 to hit you.
I have 14, so.
Thank God you're wearing that scale, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't roll disadvantage on the second one, right? Just the first one.
Yeah, it's on his
So
next
15 to hit you on the second attack as the branches also are now reaching out towards both of you. It's not even attempting to move. It's just lashing out at the nearby targets. 13 damage. Go ahead, Barrett.
Me?
That was unexpected, by the way.
Have things happen.
Yeah, I'm going to have to use. Yeah, this is not one of those comments where I can ever get ahead of things. I am going to disengage and move directly toward me. This way.
How far?
Slightly out. I could probably move about that far with the snow. And then I will cast. From here, do people still look jacked up?
I'm down 3 out of 28. Art is more hurt than me.
Yeah, I'm down to 4.
Down to 4 hit points?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to use another sorcery point. And
Oh, and I'm also 48.
say
You're also
48 years old.
Holy shit, man. When I'm 65.
I can't believe it does that.
Why would you do that to us?
I didn't do that to you.
So we
You
both
did
gonna
it to you.
gain 7 hit points.
That was kind of brutal, man.
That's harsh.
That was
And then
Your zombie girlfriend's not gonna want you back now.
Oh, no.
Fucking old balls.
I mean, she's a zombie. It'll be fine.
True.
yeah. And then I'm going to
Beggars can't be choosers.
and I'm going to ring the bell
Okay, on which one?
at Scary Ghost.
Get the fuck off me, scary ghost.
Yeah. Stop chasing me, Scary Ghost. I have no idea if it's taking damage.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It does not make it.
Has it taken any damage?
Yes.
Okay. 12. Come on. 6.
I am super scared of the scary ghost.
I feel like we're gonna be dead.
He has to kill the scary ghost.
I'm trying.
Yeah. I'm trying. I'm scared shitless. I can't
Luckily,
even
I
go closer to
can
it.
now
Here,
heal and damage at the same time.
Your fingers feel stiff and cold. You were not ready for this.
We're not prepared.
Caravan wants to run. Like, seriously.
This is some scary shit.
Alright, so I refocus with my 30-year-old older hands. Pull back.
Wait. Sharpshooter or no?
Sharpshooter for fun, sure.
Just so you know, as
He's
long
almost
as you
dead.
can see that scary asshole, you have disadvantage on attack rolls.
What's that?
Is that what Frighten does?
Yeah.
Mhm.
As long as you can see the dude that you're scared of, you're just super fucked up and you have to roll twice and take the less good one. So,
So you are still frightened. Oh, and you can all repeat the saving throw at the end of each of your turns.
oh, that's cool.
So
We don't have to break line of sight to do it.
at the end of this turn, you can do that. You guys can also.
So
Okay.
I shouldn't do sharpshooter because I have disadvantage right now. Right?
Your choice.
It's up to
but
you.
It increases your
Sound
chance.
tactic. It's up to you.
I'm not going to use sharpshooter because I think he's almost dead. I think. He's taking some damage.
Who are you shooting at? Stick
so,
boy?
yeah, stick boy.
Stick boy.
7.
You gotta roll again.
7.
Right.
Plus
Plus 7 is 14.
goes through the branches, through the vines, and falls through the cracks. Go ahead and roll a saving throw.
Come on.
Charisma.
Oh, what's charisma?
This was bad for you, man. That's your shit stat.
-1, so 10.
It's not enough. You are still frightened.
Motherfuckers.
Oh, that one's charisma too. Oh, that was the wisdom. I'm frightened.
Oh, that one. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Wisdom. You might have saved.
Oh, so 11
So plus 3, 14.
You are correct, and that is enough.
Thank God.
I'm maybe scared the whole time. Wisdom, I'm like, oh, that's not so good.
Yep.
Delaron.
Okay. If you could move me kindly to the other side of the stick guy, I'm just going to run around him so I don't have to disengage, but I'm going to try to get away from... I want to put the stick guy between me and the ghost. Can I do that? Is the stick guy big enough that I can put him in the way so I can't see the ghost anymore? Sweet. So I'm not disadvantaged to
Oh,
smite
you
this
mean
dude.
like actually see?
Yeah, I want to
Well, roll
not
your
see
saving
him.
throw first. See if you're even still frightened.
What's at the end
At
of
the
your
end of my
turn?
turn.
It was at the end of your last turn
Oh, okay.
because it went after you.
Oh, okay. No, wait. If it went after me and scared me, it would be at the end of
But
this
you had
turn.
already gone.
Oh, I already
It's been a
gone.
while since then.
I'll try. 12 plus 3. 15?
For wisdom?
Yeah, because I'm
You
proficient
do
in it.
save.
Sweet, so I'm not scared of him.
You can still move there.
Nah, I want to stay on the other side. Yeah, screw this big guy. I'm gonna get again. I'm gonna try to like get in there with my sword, and I want to cut off one of his legs if I can. 13 plus 5 is 18.
That is enough.
7 plus 8 is 15.
Your sword cuts through and you feel more meat of whatever this creature is, and as you're snapping branches, you now see like vines and branches that have collected into a mass of a form and made this monster what it is. The mass is plant-like. How much damage was that?
15. So I've done 18, 18, 15. Give him the old
Not
whoa.
enough.
Not enough, right. Well, we'll see what happens next turn. Might be time to speak the phrase, death to my enemies, smite.
You can make a reaction attack.
Just trying to get inside Art again? Fuck him.
Art again, not art again.
Right. So yeah, I slash him way by. I'm like, fuck you, man. Get off my friend. Nope. That's a...
Oh no.
Well, what happens?
I roll a 1.
What do you do?
I cut Art.
You cut Art?
It's trying to get inside him. So like, get off him. See? Oh, shit.
Roll a 1 again, we'll see how bad. Or roll a d20 again.
Okay. 14? That's not too bad.
You recoil at the sight of the close proximity this thing is to Art, and you don't want to cut through it, and you stop your
So I'm
swing
like,
before
whoa.
you cut him.
Okay. So I don't cut into Art.
You don't cut into Art. I cut Art, why not?
I cut Art. I think it was like going into him. It just makes sense. I'm like, get off of him.
It
Whoops.
makes sense. But you recoil. You
Okay.
stop yourself.
So I'm like, oh, sorry, Art.
Make a charisma saving throw.
Don't get possessed.
I'm going to use my inspiration that I keep forgetting to use.
Oh, yeah.
Because I rolled a 5. Natural 20, that's better.
Yeah, nice.
You see the
25.
same things that I had previously described to Merritt. You see the face of Castian. You see the face of that kid in the bar. You actually hadn't seen that kid before, but you see that face. It looks very similar to Castian's face. You see a woman's face. It's beautiful and bright and sunny and smiling down at you. You see this creature lashing out of the ground and sucking you down into it. You can feel the pain of your bones breaking and twisting and writhing. And you also see, with a natural 20, wasn't expecting that,
foot. Fuck. Oh shit.
Do something, dude. That looks horrible.
He's got a Charlie horse in the bottom of my foot.
Oh,
You
no.
see a
He's got merit.
What in
Facing.
the world? I ate a banana. That's not supposed to happen.
Oh my god, you should have seen the look on your face.
He came out of nowhere and was just like
I
squeezing
can't
my
wait to
foot
watch
into a
that.
wall.
I'm gonna watch that over and over again.
We'll just clip that into every time you've been hit. It'll be like, ow, ow, ow.
Take sick damage.
Yeah, that sucked.
You see a journal of sorts with a page that's half written, and you feel this very sentimental attachment towards this journal, this book. You can feel it inside of yourself as this creature passes through you and continues moving. Go ahead, Artigan.
How do you follow up?
Oh, your sword, man.
Big thing.
Yeah, I'm currently frightened. Oh, speaking of which, I need to roll my.
You should have rolled already, so try first to save against that wisdom.
Oh, that's actually good. It's 17.
That is perfect. You are not going to age anymore.
Oh.
Oh.
What?
What? No.
You don't keep aging. That was worth it, though. That was totally worth it.
Ever again.
Okay, well, I may
He's
as
so much
well
right now. I want to be older.
swing my sword at the big guy here. 14.
It's not a hit. You go through its branches, and it catches just at the very ends, and you just cannot pierce through.
It's definitely better to mock this guy.
We have to practice more.
You are in a bad way.
I still have my bonus action?
Yes.
Better heal yourself.
Yeah, I'll use Healing Word.
Position, heal thyself.
You see the branches now lashing around you.
What's on your business?
3 plus 3 is
Everyone's piece of art again, man. The ghost, the tree man, the whole deal.
Trinity.
Branches tighten. 16. And an 8. 16 does hit. You can feel it getting closer, and you see these large teeth-like. They're not teeth, but they look like teeth and fangs. It's trying to pull you in. As you get close, you can see it's a real solid kind of wood that's formed together in the fangs. Take 9 damage.
How hurt are you?
I'm at 7.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
It's time to change tactics here. So I'm gonna lift my staff to the sky, slam it down, and cast Guiding Bolt Twinned. So on both of them.
Do you roll 1 attack or 2?
I've never tried that before. No.
It'll be on the sorcerer sheet. Under twin spell.
Sorcerer.
Bad things are about to happen.
It's already
Spell
happened.
slots.
And I feel slightly bad.
Can I see the player's handbook?
I don't feel like you.
I only have a couple pages.
We'll be alright.
Nope. 102.
Elves are like a fine wine, you know? They get older and better and shit when they get older.
I want 5 levels because of this.
So spend a number of sorcery points equal to that level.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe when you kill everything,
Do a second creature in range with the same spell. So you're gonna roll twice. Roll to hit each creature.
Which eventually me and Merritt will both get.
So which one first?
Wait,
which one?
We'll do middle
I'll hit it like
on the
level
ghost.
14 or 17 or something.
Great. How do we get up there really fast?
So
You just keep
plus
playing.
Grind.
5 to
We're
both.
gonna have to grind.
So 14 on the ghost and a 20.
Grind for levels.
3
Every
on the
day.
rebel.
From now on until like 3 weeks from now, right?
Horrible.
So
8 hour
there's a hit
sections.
on the
Dungeon
shambling
after dungeon.
mound.
Sticky. Alright, so he's gonna take 4d6. 5, 11, 14, 20 damage.
Wow.
And the next attack on him has advantage.
Sweet.
How much damage to the ghost? And what kind of damage is this?
It's radiant.
Oh yeah, you feel it.
And the other one doesn't take any. It just misses. But so
No, I hit.
hit both of them?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Thought you said
Actually, I did the damage once because otherwise it's going to be way too many dice. So 20 damage on each of them.
Yep.
Wow.
And they both have advantage on their next hit.
It doesn't even turn to see you, but you see the bolt go straight through its body and it pushes some of that spectral form apart for half a second until it reforms after the light fades. The light through the creature pierces its side and shines through all the way. It's just one long bolt of light.
Oh, I want to come down from the heavens.
Oh, but it doesn't.
Sad. I'm so confused because I thought it was just Palor doing it.
No, it's you doing it. We're gonna have to have a talk.
So yeah, they both glitter with dim light.
The
And
next attack has advantage, right?
next attack on both has advantage as long as it's before the end of my next turn. And then I'm going to cast with my bonus action. 1, 2, 3. Got myself. Healing word.
Good call.
Take 7 more. Stand
7
feet.
damage?
Yep.
Garavon.
Is it possible to shoot that ghost thing? Like with
Have you
arrows? No, I don't want to because I feel like it's just going to go right through.
I'm on the other side too.
Yeah, and he's on the other side. I don't want to. All right, we're gonna shoot that guy. I don't have any more disadvantages, so we're gonna go.
Did
sharp.
you ever save against frightened?
You did.
Yeah,
Okay.
I won.
Yeah, we all did.
Yeah.
You won.
Yep.
I won.
Yeah.
I didn't age more.
What did you win?
30 years.
30 years.
Go ahead and are you gonna do
Sharpshooter. 11,
13.
13.
It's not enough.
God damn it, Matt.
Your arrow goes through the hole that was just pierced. As Merritt pierced this side, your arrow comes through
Is
this
that with
side.
advantage?
He doesn't
oh.
have advantage.
Yeah,
Oh, you
yes.
do. Roll again.
Next attack, roll again.
15.
Oh, yeah, 17.
17.
You're dead.
It is enough.
So the
Thank
D8 and the
God,
D6.
nice looking. How do I have advantage? I can't follow this.
I put
sometimes.
He
glowy
put
lights on
a-
everything.
That's right.
There you go. He's
He
got his
basically
own
made
D8
it a
twice.
target.
Right here! This one! Stop shooting at me!
6 and force 10
Plus 13.
plus 13, so 23.
Yeah. Because you sharp shot it, so you did like.
Oh yeah, that's right. Finish it. Oh,
The old alley-oop.
I don't even know. Just this thing, just my arrow just goes right through his back.
Tunnels through.
Tunnels through, clipping all the vital lines that are bind together and entwined, and they start to all fall apart. And
Nice. The arrow goes through its back. Boom! And when it does, it keeps going, breaking through layers of vine and branch. And as it does, you see its entire back spill open like nerves that have just been tweaked too hard. And they start shooting out as it writhes and screams in pain. It's like... And it falls forward onto one knee, quote unquote. And the vine starts shooting into the air, into the ground. And the vines collapse to its side.
And I say, that's 30 years of Garavan.
Awesome.
I think.
Delaron,
I'm going to try and smite that ghost that keeps trying to get my friend Art.
you turn around.
I'll use my bonus action to move my... I don't do that. I am going to... So wait a second.
You have advantage.
I know. When I use my attack action, I use my shield to do a shield thing. I can push you 10 feet away with my shield. If you don't... And you don't have to fight me, right?
Makes sense.
That's what I do. I use my shield to shield Butch 10 feet. That way. Force movement doesn't cause an attack of opportunity.
Do you...
I'll allow it. He's getting me
Allow
away
it?
from the ghost. That
like,
seems like a
Get
good
out!
idea.
Yeah, I'm like,
Oh!
get out of here, slam! And then I'm just like, whaff! And I try to sword the ghost. Ugh. 9 plus 5 is 14.
Is enough.
It is enough. Death to my enemies! I smite it. So 6 plus 7 is 13, plus 5 is 18, plus 8 is 26. Radiant damage. Is it undead?
It is undead.
I get another d8. For 8 more. So wait, what did I roll? 26 to 34. 34 damage. Death to my enemies.
As you do, its body, the sword goes right through.
Cool.
Finish it.
I'm just going to cleave its spectral essence in half. Zwoosh.
Your sword goes through its spectral essence. It splits where your sword meets. It forms into one blob of spectral matter, and where that matter is, it's so thick and dense in this little ball that you can't even see through it. Turns into a wispy, smoky trail, and in the flash of half a second, you see it wisp into the mound.
A wisp goes into the mound?
It wisps into the mound and disappears.
Alright.
We can break combat there, guys.
Cool.
Probably.
I don't
I'm
feel
like-
so good.
So, I didn't know that you guys would age 30 years.
That was hardcore.
I'm not going to say that that was planned, because that wasn't.
At some point, somebody will get greater resto. Or remove curse, or whatever it is.
You guys destroy the shambling mound. You destroy the ghost. You come out mostly unscathed. And it is 11:45.
Sweet.
You have to leave, right?
I do, yep.
We're gonna have to end on that note.
Before I forget, I'm gonna use a second level spell to healing word to this gentleman. 7, 8, 9, 10.
Oh, that puts me at full now. Thank you.
You looked the least good of us. Dear Val.
30 years older. Don't like it. It doesn't feel good.
We can't
I
even
do
tell,
protest.
dude. We really
Doesn't-
can't, we can't even tell.
Doesn't feel good.
You look
fine, though.
Yeah, you wear it well, man.
I think my balls just dropped another foot.
I
I was already 100.
Before I take off, I'll lay on hands myself for 3, so I'm back to good.
Okay. Well, everyone, thanks for coming. It was a very interesting end to a great game.
Yeah, super good. Super good.
Thank you, everyone else, for joining us. To our 2 followers. That's 2. That's 1 more than last week.
Nice.
We will see you guys next Sunday.
Bye.
Bye.